Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the United Adventure Company. Hey, sorry for the delay. We are waiting for one of our other players to pop in. When they do, we will jump over to the proper overlay. So I was having to get a new overlay set up. Thanks for joining us, everybody, as we journey on our Saturday night Welcome Home campaign. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're so glad everybody could be here. I see Diamond Anvil out there, our longtime supporter, and Two Wolf is here with us playing tonight as Tooks RB plays the wonderful Veil of Shadows. We have LK playing Brata, and I am your dungeon manager, Jackal Crossing. Yes, I said dungeon manager.
I think that's hilarious.
I think it's great, right? And trying
Game manager. I'm
game
gonna start
manager, yeah.
calling that. Yeah.
Instead of the game master or dungeon master, because of the connotation that whole thing, there was a big brouhaha that came up a couple of years ago about all that. And so I just started calling it game manager, dungeon manager the other day. I was like, oh, that has a nice ring to it. What do you folks think out there in Chatland? Tell us. Farts McFartland? Yes, Farts McFartland. Thanks for being here. Yes. So, hey, everybody in Chatland and here on screen, give LK a big hand and welcome to the game manager realm. You performed a TPK last night on your players in a Delta Green game. You drove them totally insane. And
You know, everybody saw an elder god. They went totally insane. Somebody jumped out of a helicopter. Somebody else crashed a helicopter. And then somebody just kind of dematerialized in a chair. Somebody else killed the other person trying to cut their hand off after they touched the chair. Yeah. It was quite the experience everybody had last night.
yeah, you actually didn't do anything to us. It was all self-inflicted.
Well, I mean, you know, other than the
Except for
elder
the
god.
Elder God, which, you know, when you take 1d 100 sanity damage, you're probably gonna die. So, and that's what happened to me.
At the very least, you're going to do something really stupid.
Like jump out of an helicopter.
Right.
Untethered.
Right.
So, yes, and Ego Rabbit Jesse crashed the helicopter.
Yes, he was driving and he
was
crashed the
driving.
helicopter.
And it was a lot of fun. So tune into our AMAs later on when we can talk about all of that fun stuff. Speaking of tuning in, Monday night, if you are not in our Discord, you better get in there tonight so that you can join the event that we have scheduled for Monday night. Very big announcement for the United Adventure Company. I almost spoiled it.
Yep. Don't say it.
Can't say it, but it's something big. It's a multi-layered, tiered, huge. It's huge event.
We may or may not be giving away a car. I'm just saying.
I mean, that is possibly true or not. I mean,
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Can neither confirm nor deny that we may or may not be giving away a car.
I mean, that statement is true just by default that it encompasses both do and do not.
We may also be telling you that you have to buy a car. We don't know yet.
We don't know exactly. You know what? That's the real truth. We don't actually know what we're announcing yet. We're just getting everybody together.
We're just making sure everybody shows up.
Yeah. Make sure you show up on Aloysius Moonfinschmerz. Wait, is that Dr. Doofenshmirtz's cousin? Moofenschmerz?
Moofenschmerz.
Mooblex.
It's part of the Moob.
No.
It's a direct descendant of the Mooblex.
No. The Mooblex is dead. It's gone.
No, the Mooblex is not dead.
The Mooblex is eternal.
The Mooblex is gone.
The Mooblex is not dead. Long live the Mooblex.
We are
just rambling now.
All
folks.
hail the Mooblex.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all think it's the mind flayers controlling everything. It's really the Mooblex. Not the Ooblex, but the Mooblex. Do we want to what?
I don't know.
Do we want to get started with the game? I guess Monday night tune in. I believe the event is scheduled for 8 p.m. on Monday night on our Discord channel. We will not be on Zoom. It will be something that is only available to you if you are a member of the Discord channel. So join the Discord. Link is in the chat thing,
Mm-hmm.
or it should
Let's
be.
see.
Somebody put the link in the chat thing. Everybody's going to do it, and then it's going to time out. And there we go.
Oh, darn it.
Yep.
She beat me to it
LK beat you to it.
by a
Yes.
fraction of a second.
Yes. And then Tuesday night, we're back with Weird, I believe, The Awakening
W-Y-R-D.
The Awakening of Newsom, test play session number 5. I think it's number 5.
larger than one. Yeah.
I think it's number 5, where they'll be picking up the remains of a couple of the players there as well. It seems as though this week has been a lot of death for characters in the United Adventure Company streams and games that we've played. I wonder if that's going to hold true tonight.
Nope. Maybe.
He says sinisterly as he sips his coffee. Bum, bum, bum.
Don't worry. If Vale dies, there's already a new player waiting in the wings.
There. See, that's not ominous or anything, is it? Change my background. Vale already has a new character waiting in the wings. I think Brata does as well. So,
Well, it's mostly ready. I might have a few questions that I got to have DM clarification on, but
no, and yes. There you go.
okay, I will make sure to phrase my questions so that they fit those exact answers. Got it.
All right. So Tuesday night is Weird 7:00. Wednesday night, with any luck and the Elder Gods smiling upon us, we will be playing Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. The last 3 weeks we've had things come up and happen, players getting ill, life getting in the way, that sort of thing. So Delta Green Impossible Landscapes, 7:00 Wednesday night, by the Elder God's hand. And then next Saturday night, we're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons. And we have a new game on the horizon. We just have to check with all the players and see if they're okay with streaming or not. Another Delta Green campaign for possibly starting on Friday nights.
And it will be a new GM to the
Yes.
stream.
Yes.
But we can't announce that yet until we have clarification. And
Right.
yeah.
Yep, until we know for sure. Maybe we'll know by Monday night. Maybe that's the big announcement. Maybe I just partially spoiled it. But no. Maybe.
No.
Maybe. Anyway, we should
It's all
probably
smoke
get
and
into this game. We have been rambling for about 15 minutes. As we wait for matches to show up, we're going to get into the game a little bit. Just a little bit, though.
He's just below deck playing with his dwarves.
He's playing with his wand.
His mud
His miniature dwarves.
Yes.
He must have caught one and enlarges it when he needs his playtime and then shrinks it back down.
So I believe when we last left the gang, you had just come into the horizon of Karningother. Vale sent a message to Lady Story saying, hey, the 3 big airships you see on your horizon are us. Please don't shoot us down.
Yes.
And we are going to need a audience, I believe was the message you sent.
That is correct.
All right. Professor Matches has found a place to set it down outside the city. It's been quite a while since you all have been in Karningother. Yes, it's been a while since you've been in Karningother.
It's probably been, man, has it been a year yet?
Not quite.
Not quite. It's been what about 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, it's been about, I think, 5 months.
I was thinking it'd been longer than that, but okay.
It feels longer, right? But
It does.
Well,
It's
that's
only
because
been
in
about
real
5
life
months.
it was probably longer than that.
In real
It's
life,
been
it was
about
a year ago.
It was a year ago in real life, or more. But you set down the airships. In what now? Karningother has become a city of refuge. Tent villages have sprung up outside. There he is. Perfect timing.
Woohoo!
Welcome. Glad you could join us. So glad you're here. Karningother has become a city of refuge. Tent villages have sprung up outside the city walls, where now the inside, as you flew over, you saw people everywhere, tents and just people huddled together. No one really anticipated the numbers of people that were going to show up here. It appears that more than just those who were asked to come have arrived. Others seem to have joined the traveling bands of allies to the city, but as word spread of potential war,
No talkie-talkie?
you're good. Many, many more came flocking to Karningother. Some who would ask to join and fight, and others who would want nothing more than just to survive. The biggest issue, however, is really the sheer number of people. As you look around, there's nowhere to put them. There's just people overflowing Karningother. It was not built for this many people. If you had to guess, the city of a few hundred that you left is now topping over 1,500 with refugees outside. It's a lot of folks. The harbor has been closed to any ships without passage, without proper passage. You do make your way through the city. It's crowded. It stinks. It's muddy. There's animals running everywhere. Small children of all races, even more so than what was normally here in Karningother.
Little footballs.
Yeah. But as you come in from outside the gates, the walls are now, covered with more than just the handful of Githyanki you left. Standing every 20 feet apart is an armed guard. Well, some of them look nothing more than a commoner with a bow, but they're up there on the walls. As you come in through the gates on the north side of the city, make your way through town.
Right away.
It's chaotic. It's just crowded and chaotic. You pass the walls of the temple district. The gates have been closed and locked. You see inside there are people in there, no one that you recognize, though, milling out in the courtyard. And the message that you received in reply from Lady Story was, the place, the Rusty Chalice. So
Okay.
you make your way through the city down to the docks. There are a few ships there, but they don't look like they've, like they're going to go anywhere anytime soon. And you make your way into the Rusty Chalice. Unless you wanted to do anything else in the city before then.
The only other thing that I have to do soon is I've got that cargo that I've got to make sure gets to whomever it belonged to. Who are we delivering that to?
To Swisscamo at the Rusty Chalice.
Okay. So I walk in the door and I go to the bar. And need to see Swiss.
Yes.
Got a little something for him, with a real menacing grin on my face, like I'm up to something.
You up to something? Never.
Yeah, no, right?
Absolutely. So you walk into the Rusty Chalice. Tooks and Matches, I don't believe, have ever been here before. Maybe Matches has in his travels.
And we got some oddball people at the bar.
Yeah.
The layouts. The captures are out of order, by the way.
Oh, they are,
are
aren't
they?
they? Yeah.
Oh, yes, they are. Oops.
I'll get it. I was just playing musical chairs, seeing who was paying attention tonight.
Okay. I got my character on the map with everybody else, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see. Now we need to go there and there. And then... There, I got it. Haha! I got you all where you
Professional.
belong. Look at that. Thanks for letting us know. Didn't break it. OBS broke it in Zoom.
Nope,
OBS
it's all your fault.
and Zoom. Yeah.
all
So
your fault.
you walk into the Rusty Chalice and leave the noise of the city behind. Nope, I don't like that one. We'll do this one.
Nope.
And you walk up to the bar and ask for Swiss Camo. And he steps out from the back of the kitchen. And hearing his name, he comes out, greeting you fondly. My delivery. I had heard that you had something for me, yes?
I do.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Vale. And I see you have some new companions. And you were missing a few companions.
Well, yeah, the roster changes from time to time, So-
Yes.
But yeah, we, Clark and Sariel and Furbolg, they all have their own little side missions that they're out doing, and along the way we picked up Tukes over here and Professor Matches. And
It's a fancy hat that professor has. He must
It
be
is,
a very
isn't it?
smart professor.
he is Admiral Matches.
Admiral and a professor.
He's profadman. Yes, he's a professor and an admiral. Yes.
Wonderful to meet you, Professor Admiral. And you said the other Tooks? Fantastic. Wonderful to meet you both. Welcome to the Rusty Chalice. Now, if you have the delivery with you, or is it?
It's on the ship. We have ships.
You have ships? Well, yeah, you had a
Plural.
ship from
No.
Marshall.
No. We don't have that one anymore. Matter of fact, I got to remember where. Oh, I know where that one's at. Just in my head, real quick. But no, we have other ships now. Wait till you see these.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, we've engaged in a few battles and, of course, taken spoils. And wait till you see them.
I'm excited. But just have your deckhands deliver them here to the Rusty Chalice, and I'll have them stored downstairs. You know the place
I know the place.
where we had that young man, Josh, I believe, was his name.
Yeah, he's not with us anymore.
Oh, shame. Such a good young man.
No,
Really.
no, he really wasn't.
Well, anyway, I believe that Oakflum is waiting for you. Oh, in fact, here he comes now. Yes, here comes Oakflum now. And you see through the crowd of folks, Oakflum is making his way through the tavern. Swiskamo puts 4 tankards on the bar for you all. On the house for you 4.
What's in it?
It's my finest ale.
Braton knocks hers back without even hearing anything else. Just bloop.
Matches will thoroughly inspect his.
Matches.
Hold it up to the light and everything.
Matches.
It's a fine brew, Matches.
There's
Yes,
an old.
Vale.
You never look a gift horse in the mouth.
It depends on what that horse is giving you and which end.
This is
space it-
this is a very close acquaintance of mine. He would not do me or anyone I know harm.
You mean
Drink
like
up.
You mean
Drink
like
up.
Conroy Jackson or whatever that?
No.
And Swiskamo hears that name. Never speak that man's name in this establishment. Do you understand that he is a fraud, a fraudulent swindler? And you can tell this really gets under Swiskamo's skin. He is.
Yeah, no.
You're here,
Preach.
Skiskimo.
Preach, brother. Can I have some more ale?
We're on the same
And-
page, and just for that, I will drink your.
Wonderful.
As he's complaining, I just look at it and go, oh, yay, horse piss, and drink it.
Ooh.
I'm
Nice.
totally fine and I drink it. Come on. Chin up, boys. Let's drink some more. Fill me up again.
And he'll fill you up again. He'll say, "I'll bring some more to the back when you all are settled." And
Yeah.
Oakflum comes up. Vale, wonderful to see you again, my friend. Marshall and the others are waiting for us.
Wonderful to see you as well.
I see you have some new companions. We'll all
We
get
do,
acquainted soon. Let us go. And he leads the way. Brata, it's wonderful to see you again. And he leads the way through the tavern. Very full. You don't remember this many people even being in Karningother, let alone in the tavern ever
Right.
before. And he leads you through Tooks and Matches. He leads you through. You're kind of looking around like, where in the heck are we going? And he leads you through the tavern all the way through, and then in this little door in the back end, there are a couple of basins of water and stalls, and then he manipulates looks like a painting or something, and the back door kind of shimmies and slides open, and it leads out into some barn stalls that are enclosed. And then back, he opens a door and into a room that's set with a table and chairs, very reminiscent of a conference style room. As you made your way through, however, all of the folks kind of giving you the side eye, not really the side eye, but kind of looking at you oddly, like, who are these people? And
Why are they all going in the bathroom?
yeah, why are they all going in the bathroom at the same time together? And in the room with you
Have some hay to pee on.
is the council.
Nothing untoward is happening in this bathroom with all of these people.
Nothing at all. And for those of you who aren't aware, I'll reintroduce everyone in the council. So here you have Chandra Story, Lady Story. She's the head of the House Story. Swiskamo will be joining you shortly. Brigham, who is the captain of the guard, he is a bugbear. Sir Helmond Manaz, a dwarf, looks like a very hefty dwarf. Velma Wesson, a drow elf. Jamril Homfogger, a halfling. And Oaklam Pelos, the man who led you in, is also a drow. And Marshall Implifer, a somewhat distinguished looking cat, smoking a pipe and wearing very fine jacket. He's the first one actually to stand up and introduce himself to the newcomers. Good evening. Yes, hello. I'm Marshall Implifer, and he sticks out his paw to shake. Imports, exports. Pleasure to meet you. And he doesn't like squat down to reach Matches. He just meets you, person to person, cat to goblin, and sticks out his paw.
Well, I say that is a very fine coat you have.
Oh,
Marshall.
thank you very much. Yes, I got this. I don't even remember where I got this thing.
Is that the 200 thread count?
400, sir. 400. Yes. And you must be Tooks.
And those shoes.
They have little goldfish in them.
The dog hates it when I make that noise.
In Undercommon, I say to him, always a pleasure to see you. I have some things to talk to you about when you have a minute.
And he'll just glance over at Vale and give you the nod and the wink. And you're Tooks, I believe. Is that correct? Tooks
Yes.
Jimin? Yes.
Yep.
Pleasure to meet you as well. And around the table, everyone else introduces themselves until Lady Story is the last to go.
Can, just real quick, can we have a copy and paste of these names in the Discord at some point?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
I'll put it in there right now. These are all of the key folks. I think we did do this once before, but it's been a minute. So these are the key players in Karningother. you'll recognize some of them as already having met their demise, like Dominic's story, for instance, has been eliminated. Josh Beazle as well.
Yes, Josh Beazle. Dead.
I'll delete them. And there we go. That should be
Took a crossbow bolt to the face.
yes. Not all of these
Fucker.
people are here, so remember it's just
Right.
All right, cool. Lady Story stands and says, "So Vale, again,
Yes.
I'm Lady Story. For those of you who haven't met me before, I am the head of the House Story, the ruling house of the city, and this is the council of the city. So, thank you all for the work that you've been doing on our behalf, and for the behalf of all the people who are oppressed by the Order of the Sacred Grove. It is a shame what they did to my dear husband. Still miss him greatly every day." And you can see she's a little shaken by this. And she says, "Now on with the business. So where do we stand?"
Well, we discovered that your enemy is not the Order of the Sacred Grove. Your enemy
Well,
is the mind flayers that are controlling them.
Mind.
There's an added enemy. The Sacred Grove will always be our enemy. Mind flayers are involved also.
There was peace before the mind flayers.
What is this about mind? I thought
and
that
whatever
you all
those other
investigated.
things you were talking about too, besides the mind flayers.
I don't care if they have been manipulated by mind flayers. They killed all of my friends.
I could care less if you want to devour them all.
And
I'm just saying, let us place the blame where it truly belongs, so we can focus.
yeah, Brigham kicks the wall adjacent to the tavern, and you all can hear some music crank up in the tavern. Kind of making sure that your conversation can't be heard. The moment you said mind flayers, he kicked the wall very suddenly and
So the
hard.
office is in the bathroom, and they can kick the wall to make music start.
Yeah, see, you're here in
the
this
stage
room,
is on the other side of the wall.
and the
That's
stage
Fonzie.
is
That's
yeah.
some Fonzie shit.
That's some
Mhm.
hey.
Hey.
Hey. So, yep. So let me get this straight. Then there are mind flayers involved. I thought you investigated the mind flayers, and you all said they weren't a threat.
Well,
Didn't
Are
you
you
go and say
kidding
that
me?
you had struck a deal with them and that they were not going to be a
okay.
threat to us?
so we found one long ago. We went to the place there, the whatever the place
Vaults of
is.
Awesome
The
Doom.
Vault
Yeah,
of
the
Awesome
vaults-
Doom.
Yeah, we went to that Vaults of Awesome Doom place, and we found a mind flayer there, and he asked us to see if we could find him a ship so that he could go home and blah 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 blah. Well, come to find out, that ain't the only one.
Yes,
There are
quite a
others.
bit.
Yeah.
Did you not see the vessels we rode in on?
Yes. We're aware that there are now multiple of these.
Yes. Well,
Mhm.
we commandeered those from the mind flayer fleet.
Well, we scavenged one.
Yeah.
We dug it out of the ground and learned how to use it. But then the other two, legitimate battles, and spoils go to the victor. Give him a
Legitimate salvage.
Mhm.
Marshall chimes in. Legitimate salvages. Yes. An excellent way to gain resources, indeed.
Absolutely.
Okay, so is that why Furbolg is no longer with you?
Furbolg is
Like he was the one that made the deal with the Mind Flayer, right?
well, he Furbolg and myself were kind of at the core of that deal, yeah.
He is working with the elves now.
Yeah.
He was helping shore up the Florida woods.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes sense. They could use the extra hands there. So, and then I heard that Clark is manning the bastion. That's wonderful. It seems like an excellent place for their skill set. So we have 3 ships then in our new fleet, and that could give
In
us what,
Match's
75
fleet.
75 people could board those ships and fight.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Whose fleet?
Well, the fleet,
Match's
to
fleet.
fight this war, right? You're doing all this under the charge of in our direction.
We are very Matches. I don't want to speak for you, obviously, but we are very invested in the battles to come. We are very invested in making sure that the Order of the Sacred Grove and whomever they are working with are not allowed to succeed. But make no mistake,
We are independents.
we are independent.
I see. Yes,
I
I
don't-
think we had this
I don't plan
conversation.
to escape from one to have to join another.
I believe we've had this conversation at least once before, and I was hoping that you would have a change of heart. But I understand your desire to remain without allegiance. Having been down the road you've been, so you've fought some mind flayers. You've taken out some Order of the Sacred Grove.
Yes.
We here have had a few attacks ourselves, actually. Brigham, why
Okay.
don't you tell them about what we have had here? And he kind of stands up, big bugbear of a beast, and grunts. Gladly, Lady Story, yes, sir. We've had 6 attacks since you've last been here. 25 dead, 40 wounded.
Was that your side or their side?
That's our casualties.
Oh, okay, because we've suffered no casualties and all of the OSG has been wiped out.
Excellent. Yes, they took heavy losses on their side as well. You are obviously trained, battled veterans, where we are fighting with mostly commoners. Thanks to Brother Tom for stepping in to train these individuals with the minimal skill sets that they can have.
Props to Brother Tom. Absolutely.
And to Mother Sushin, the cathedral is now a makeshift hospital where she's doing what she can to tend to the medical needs of those who have suffered some pretty bad injuries. It's been a trying time for us. You see, we have more guard now, though.
Mhm.
It appears from what we now know from our spies and informants that the Order of the Sacred Grove has rebuilt the city of Fruiton in a stronghold, and are claiming that we intentionally infiltrated the city and destroyed sacred ground, burning it, raised the dead, and took them by force. Every border town between here and Fruiton has locked their doors to us now. All of them. They're
Okay,
trying
well,
to-
we'll set that straight for you because we did that. You didn't do that. We did that.
Well, your actions, and you
Yeah,
can see, reflect upon all of us. You see, this is where the we and the you and the me and the us gets kind of timey wibbly wobbly.
Yeah,
So,
Well, they deserved every bit of it.
I don't
As,
disagree.
as the different people talk, I change into where I look like them. So the bugbear, I'm just standing there all.
All right.
And then I change back,
All right.
just being a smart ass while I'm standing here listening to this.
I look at Brata and I go, it sounds like we need to pay another visit to Fruiton, huh?
Yes, we do, Vale. I like how you think.
Yes, every border town between here and there stopped trading with us. Fearful that if they do, they will face the wrath of the Order of the Sacred Grove. So Khotin, Hule, Garden City, and even Medi, yes, even Medi, our very closest ally in trade.
You've had dwarves and halflings show up to bolster you, correct?
The dwarves just arrived with you. We've had people show up and we have trained them,
Yeah.
yes, but
A large group of muddy little hairy-footed mud feets.
yes, a lot of good they were.
And what about those gnomes? Did those gnomes ever make it?
Oh, yes. In fact, you saw some of the improvements to the to the defenses around the city. That was them, and in fact,
No,
they've even devised these interesting things to help protect our port. They're submerged barrels of explosives that if a ship hits it will detonate and scuttle the ship in our harbor.
Love it.
So we can't be attacked from the water that way. It's genius little creatures, those little gnome guys.
Now
Hey,
matches.
I bet we can attack them from the sea, and it wouldn't bother us. See, we just float out. We just fly over them.
If those gnomes built it, then you better have someone that actually knows what they're doing to inspect that.
Matches, you're far too busy. Leave it be.
Yes, we have the best inspectors in the realm, and definitely looking at their work. We've heard stories. So, however, we do have some spies that have just returned from a city far to the north.
Okay.
North of Wooden. It's very heavily guarded. They managed to make their way into a supply caravan. They just got back. The thick and heavy snow has fallen in the region for far longer than anyone expected. But it appears that there is a compound of sorts, a shipyard. Our folks tell us that the Order of the Sacred Grove is building currently 15 airships, and they have 5 completed.
And where was this?
North of Wooden. Here,
Okay.
here's a sketch of the compound. Apparently that's the handout that I gave you guys today.
Okay.
So you can look at that new handout I gave you.
What's it called?
Map of compound.
Map of the compound. And I'll
More
pull it up
ships
on
for
the
ya.
map for everyone at home who's playing along to see. The name of the city is Agot, Agot. And it's not really a city. It is a compound. It is a walled compound. There are several buildings. It appears that this is mostly inhabited by workers. You can see there are 5 ships under construction. They've sketched out what look like coverings to keep the snow off of the workspace, or maybe to even try to hide what they're doing. And
They're building you a bigger fleet, Matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see.
they apparently have the materials for 15. They have 5 completed. There's a lake that is partially frozen on the south side of the compound. The rest is enclosed by a wooden fence line. There are 4 towers and only 1 entry point by ground. The towers apparently have large ballistas mounted on them and a 360-degree rotating contraption. It's pretty ingenious, actually. We've been trying to think of how we could do something similar here. But
Do they have crew? Do you know if they have the crew for the ships?
that we don't. We know that we don't. They don't have it there. So how they're maneuvering the ships to where they need to be, we do not know. They did say that apparently at some point they witnessed some guards taking a wagon full of what appeared to be bodies and tossing them into that frozen lake. And when they did, they saw the water boil and some kind of large snake-like creature would leap out of the water and chew these bodies up. And it's cruel. The dead should be allowed to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Or have the choice not to. It's deep in the forest north of Wooden, very heavily guarded.
Okay. And
Well, we just, that they're building ships there. We know that. So,
Well,
Perhaps.
obviously, we'll have to
Investigate.
make their shipyard our shipyard.
I was thinking liberate the ships, but yeah.
Well, if they have the facilities and the supplies and everything already,
Yeah.
then we just take it over.
Yeah.
an interesting proposal indeed. Lady Story, if there's nothing else, she says, no, that's good. Thank you very much, Brigham, for the update. And he takes his seat. She says, so, what are you all up to next? Where should we focus our efforts? We can put men on the ships, fighters. Take them with you. Should we investigate the mind flayers more, or do you want to go take care of the shipyard?
Well, go ahead, Matches.
I personally believe, and I'll throw out my map and I'll point at that mountain, and I'll say this is where I'm fairly certain the mind flayers are. Now, I don't know how much. I don't know what their defenses are there. But I could definitely see the advantage of having more ships and a shipyard that we could use to assault the mountain.
Seems to me that would be the greatest strategic advantage. Give us our leg up in battle.
So you're showing over here in the Bastion Mountains.
Yeah, wherever that mountain was.
All right. So the Vaults of Awesome Doom are southwest of Karningother. And then the probably over here near what's labeled the Tome of Horrors. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Sounds about right. Place.
Yeah, Tome of Horrors, Mind Flayers. Makes sense, right?
And where on this map is the shipyard?
Almost straight north. Other side. Yeah. Way up at the
Way
top.
up north.
Okay. I was not.
Yeah.
Can you
I
ping
kinda
it
look-
again? Oh, okay.
Like way up there.
I mean, you could fly there in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta look at matches. If we plan to take the ships, we need 5 people to fly them. Correct?
No, this is what I'm thinking. And I know you may think that I'm crazy in suggesting this, but
Well,
if they do have turrets and everything else, they're probably already expecting us, if we did attack, to attack with our own ships. Now, I don't know if we want to risk damaging the ships that they have or the ones that they're building or any of the resources or supplies that are there. Perhaps we make this a strategic sneak attack
okay.
instead of an aerial assault.
An interesting idea.
Hmm.
And Lady Story looks around. If there's nothing more, I should probably return to the residence. It's been gone away too long. You know, the servants, they get a bit antsy if I'm not in the house.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have any resources, spies, scouts, anything that you could send in the vicinity of the Vaults of Awesome Doom, just to get some intel on what they may
Or
have?
is that you mean the horror, right?
The mountain that we
Yeah. Yes, we could send a small detachment. We have some folks to spare to send that way to do a little reconnaissance mission. Brigham, can you 6 guys maybe? Horses?
Yeah, a small scouting party probably, you know.
because they can be doing that for us, get us intel while we're assaulting the shipyard.
And I'm sure that this is going to come as no surprise to anyone, but as we've been making our rounds, making contact with all the signatories to the contract, we have discovered that while I think everyone knew that the Fae were very closely aligned with the Order of the Sacred Grove, they are very, very closely aligned also with the Illithid.
How so?
Like the Fae are making it so that the Mind Flayers can essentially be anywhere that they need to be whenever they need to be there. Those two of those ships out there essentially came out of nowhere when they attacked the dwarves.
Came out of nowhere.
Like nowhere. Like they weren't there and then they were there. Like Portal or something.
Interesting. And why do you say the Fae would be involved with that? What makes you
because
think-
they are. They are. The Fae are absolutely involved because
they
if you-
told us they were.
Yeah, they told us that they were.
You spoke with Fae.
Oh yes.
Yeah, as we help the princess.
Dwarven princess.
But
Dwarven
she's
prince.
with her god, with her Patreon right now.
Boy. Oh boy.
If her
Keeps-
mother shows up, you can tell her she's safe. She's with her Patreon being trained.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's kind of what we thought too.
And
if the mother does show up, don't feel compelled at all to show them anything other than just the basics of hospitality.
was there something that happened?
I have a distaste for that one.
Oh, I see.
Got a weird feeling about the mom and the Fae.
We had to kill Brata, and it was a long thing, and Brata's here now, but it was a thing.
Yeah, the queen's
Oh yeah, send that thing she did to Brata.
The cursed hammer.
Yes.
First hammer. My, you all have had quite the adventure, haven't you?
I mean, she got a cursed hammer. I pull out the swords and hold it in front of me and go, and then I get this. So yeah, it's been interesting. And put it back.
And as you pull it out, everyone in the room gasps and kind of sits back in their chair. Some of them grabbing the table even. Where?
Never
Where?
show your hand, Tukes. Never.
Where
show
did you
your
find that?
It was a gift.
And Brigham, it's bristled. You can see his bugbear fur kind of standing on end on his shoulders and neck, and he looks. That is a dark blade. You mustn't use that blade.
Oh, it's too late. He's killed people with it already.
Yeah. It's not hungry today, though.
Does
I know that
everyone
blade.
have to know what we do? Can't we
You
keep
think-
some
think-
secrets?
You
We're
think
among
this-
friends here.
You think this is bad? Should see the weapon.
We're not talking about
the
the hammer.
queen's.
Tooks and
Sword belt.
and matches. Matches. You have like a 19 passive. Tooks, what's your passive perception?
Yeah, like a 20.
Is it a 20 now?
14.
40. Go ahead and make a
Could be
perception
19.
roll.
I mean, Vale's passive is 19 also. So
Yeah, but you already know this. You and Brata already know this.
okay.
Yes, my passive is 20. What's your
And I
one
don't
here?
remember which town I was originally from, so
Okay. Yeah.
Did you
Matches-
say
got
you
my own backstory.
as Lady Story speaks, you get the faintest glint. And you notice that she is doing her best to speak with her mouth as closed as possible, but a couple of times, maybe she's taken a drink and gone to speak afterwards. You've noticed that her teeth are a little sharp for a human.
Oh, I know her. Remember, I was there when we saved her, right?
Oh, that's
Yes, you
right.
were.
You were.
Yeah.
That's right. I
Yes, you
forgot
were.
that. See, so much has happened. I've forgotten that.
So that's no, I say.
Never mind.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Tooks, you don't know this.
Yeah.
But she is intrigued by this, and this new blade No, it's not that kind of party, Diamond. It's not that kind of party.
No.
Sorry, I forgot all about Diamond having matches having been there at that. That was a long time ago, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, a long time ago. I'm getting old, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Mind is the first thing to go, they say.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's nothing else, Lady Story says, I need to go back. If you plan on doing this, please be careful. Our spies say they are heavily armed and heavily guarded. Numbers of total inhabitants. Actually, I don't think I told you, did I?
No.
Agot, where are you?
4, 5, 6. That's fine. That's good.
Jam into that music.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
I know.
You digging the music? Yeah, go over to
Keep my head from
tabletopaudio.com.
and
And
bopping.
yeah, you can check it out. It appears there's about 115 to 120 people at this compound total. The intel says about 25 soldiers,
Okay.
1 captain, 15 craftsperson, 50 shipbuilders, 10 support staff, and they saw 5 Order of the Sacred Grove clearly identified, like people checking the goods that were coming in, logging everything, administrative support, if you will.
Okay.
So about 116 to 120. Maybe there were more and now those bodies are in the lake. Don't know. So
Well, my idea to assault it by land was just a suggestion.
Yeah. I look at
I mean, we would
matches
have
and
to
go,
fly. We'd have to fly the ship to get there.
yeah.
Yes.
So.
I can take my headphones off, mute, whatever, if y'all want to plan something where the party, if there's nothing else for the council, they will disperse and leave you all to the room.
Are you saying you would be biased?
No, but to, give you all fair advantages.
Okay.
I
I think Wolf was wanting to say something before you go, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Either before or after. I have a idea for matches for his ships, but it can wait either way.
Okay.
And if y'all don't care, then I'll keep my headphones on.
It don't matter to me.
I could turn them down too. It's just...
Yeah.
Take them off and put them on the glass.
I look at matches and go, those barrel things the gnomes made. If they explode when a ship hits them, would they explode when they hit the ground?
Yes, we have
Probably.
we have plenty of those already on.
I mean, we could use some
We-
more.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying we've used them to set fire to like what
These ones
25
explode on.
acres of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
These ones explode on contact, though.
Oh, ours do too.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
like, if you were to drop them inside that compound or on their buildings or something from the ships,
Yes.
Yeah, it's the only
kind
thing
of bomb run and take out some of the wall and then come in on ground.
we could. I was just thinking to minimize the damage to it, so we can actually use it as a resource.
Maximum body count.
If we take it, we have to be able to hold it matches. That's very deep in their territory.
Very deep.
So it might be safer to get the ships and just destroy what's left so they can't build any more.
All right. Well, see, player me was trying to set it up to where we can actually like fight,
Yeah.
fight instead of like just
Oh, it'll take both.
So y'all don't just have to sit on a boat while I tell people to drop flaming barrels.
No,
Yes.
you make a bombing pass and then we go in and physically attack who's left.
Fine.
I think I'd see
I'm all for taking ownership of that piece of property. Like that appeals to Vale. Vale will very much support that, but in order to secure our presence in that place, maximum body count.
Oh, I had no intent of keeping any of them or sparing anyone.
Maximum body count.
No, I'm pretty sure my sword likes that idea.
Think so.
Was that what was making the house shake? Interesting. Right on. Okay, so I think I understand what y'all are planning. So, how much time do you want to spend in Karningother gathering, seeing folks? I think it was pretty late in the day when you got here. It's been a couple hours going through this meeting, so it's nighttime probably.
Yeah, I'd like to get a good night's rest, on something that's not floating, either on water or in the air.
Restock the ship.
Restock the ship, get more barrels of gunpowder, because we're gonna need those.
See if we can actually get trained sailors.
Well, we could probably, now that there are other guards here in the city, we could probably take the remainder of our Gith with us.
Yeah, I was also thinking
Get the last of the halflings off.
Yeah, offload all the halflings, offload all the dwarves, except for, maybe we keep a couple of dwarves that are good at what they do, but
Oh, get rid of them and just bring on board enough proper fighters.
have you not met a dwarf? Dwarf is very much a proper fighter.
All dwarves are proper fighters, yes.
Yeah.
It would be ideal to have the rest of the Gith with us.
I think that's a given. I think we need to bring the Gith back into the fold and
But and 5 magic users to control it, to be able to fly those ships when we finish.
And we
It's
could
got to be a
leave.
magic user, so we need 5, at least 5.
We could leave some of our ships here to protect the city in case they attack.
whatever you say, Admiral.
No, I'm laying that out.
Yeah.
for you guys,
Smaller party to take it, or do we want the full-on party? Is the question. It might be easier to get 1 ship in than 3, though.
Yeah, I was thinking we could just hop on our original ship, I guess it was.
Yeah, we can do
Oh.
that.
We put the cannons on the squid ship, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We
Mhm.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We can fly low out of radar.
Under radar.
Wouldn't be higher be easier, so you're not seen? Just
I mean, I don't
questioning.
know if anyone's going to see us over the ocean there. No, that's not an ocean, is it?
That's a lake.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lake.
a gigantic lake.
Just depends on which way you come in from. I'll give you more detail
If-
of the landscape as you need it.
Yeah, I mean, if we happen to have sufficient cloud cover, we can hide or we can go above the clouds. If we don't, then we can go low.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, we could go high enough to where we just look like a little black dot in the air, but excuse me,
You're the pilot.
I'm just saying.
You are
Hey,
the
he just
admiral.
flies helicopters, man.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, okay, you are the admiral of this flying fleet. It sounds like the wrong branch to me, but hey.
Hey, well, it's hard to have branches when your family tree's a stump.
Oof. Oof. So before Vale beds down for the night, he's going to use the message scroll and he is going to send a message to Will Weitzel.
Ah, old Will Weitzel, eh? Yeah.
He still has our water boat.
He still has in Vale's mind, he still has my boat. This
Yeah.
is Vale's boat, right?
Sorry.
Even though it belongs to Marshall, this is my boat, right?
Marshall
So-
entrusted it to you.
Yes, Marshall entrusted it to me. So, Will, this is Vale. I'm in Karningother. Where are you?
Will is on a supply run.
Okay.
He has just left the port of, where is it? The Bastion of Gothmog up on the North Island coast. Kind of near where you all were hoping to go.
Okay.
Just dropped a delivery there, and he is headed to Paham Keep next.
Oh, darn it.
Okay. But he says, need something?
Just checking in to see how our delivery ventures are going and how business is.
Where's our cut?
Where's my cut?
Oh, yes. Doing well. Your percentage is being saved here on the ship for next time we meet.
Okay. When will you be back in Karningother?
I can be there. If I don't go to Paham Keep, I can be there in a week.
Okay.
Deadheading there now. So
tell you what, do you have something in Paham Keep that you're supposed to be picking up?
Just a good time.
Just a good time.
This is my new kind of hangout.
Having recently been to Paham Keep, I can assure you that there are many good times to be had there.
I want to remember that there's a limited number of uses on this message scroll.
Right. So last message that I'll send to him is, don't make a special trip. Continue your route. We'll catch up at some point.
All right. Can do. Oh, excuse me. What about Brata? What is Brata doing tonight?
Brata's gonna make up with Neris.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're gonna seek out Neris and talk to Neris. Okay. What about Matches? What's Matches gonna do tonight?
Matches will go to wherever it is he sleeps, and he will read that book that he was supposed to read.
Got you.
You know,
Oh yeah,
the book.
The scaly one
that no one knows I have.
Yes, the book that no one knows you have. And what about Tux? It's your first time in Karningother. You've never been here before.
As I've been doing with that whole party there, just kind of searching around, seeing all the new people and kind of memorizing them as my normal as I make it back to the ships.
Yeah. There's a lot of people here. The people that you met are the primary players. They did mention a few folks that you did not meet, but you've heard Vale and Brata and maybe even Matches talk about them from time to time. Brother Tom, Mother Sushin, in the church district.
So before we split up and go our separate ways for the evening, tomorrow we should make sure that we get supplies. We should catch up with Brother Tom and Mother Sushin. I have to talk to Marshall a little bit. I also want to go and see that weaponsmith because I think I still owe him money for my
Crossbow.
For my crossbow. And I think I had him working on something else for me. So I'd like to ask him a couple of questions on that. So other than that, if you guys got anything else you think we need to do, I think tomorrow we spend the day here and do the things and decide what are we going to do next. Are we going north? Are we going east?
Yeah.
What are we doing? So we can talk about that in the morning, though.
Okay. Anybody else?
I kind of walk over to Vale and go, this mother something and other. She's not the one from your guys' orphanage, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll still steer clear of them.
No, Mother Sushin's okay.
She's not in charge of the putting you through the trial and all that. I really don't want to have to deal with that.
It was a blessing.
Mixed
She got a bunch of
emotions.
kids, and she indoctrinated them into a cult, and then infected them with,
Right.
lycanthropy
She
against
gave
them.
us a blessing.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at you all going, I don't want to have nothing to do with that blessing. Thank you.
You're
We
all a
won't
bunch of
force you
cultists.
to.
They took us in when we had no one. It was fucked up that they,
Yeah.
the whole purpose was to rebuild their Lycan army, but
Did
They were
take
good
They
to
took
us.
good care of us.
They were
Did
good
they
to
take you
us.
in, or did they take you from where you were?
That's why I lived on
You
the
know,
streets
I
and not
was-
in an orphanage. I didn't want to be forced into doing something I didn't want to do, even though I was. And then I left. And I found
I was very young, so I can't say one way or the other if they took us in or if they took us, right? I can't say. I have theories, but
I remember the carnage.
Yes,
And-
Brata does remember everything that happened.
Yeah, y'all were
I remember.
straight up kidnapped.
My village was burned to the ground. My father was
Turned-
killed in front of my eyes.
I will say this. Who I am, what you see here before you today, is because of where I was.
Yes.
So
What
Okay.
Vale said.
And
But
then
what
the
could you have
drow.
been?
Those ones interest me.
if you know what it's an interesting question that you ask, Matches. If that wouldn't have happened when I was a wee kitten,
You could have
I-
been. I'm sorry.
I would have been just another tabaxi in the village.
No, there's
We
just no
were
such
we
thing
were a
as
modest
another.
we were a modest family. From what I remember of my family, we were a modest family. We were just part of a village. We had no position of authority. We had no position of influence or anything like that. I am today because of the orphanage.
As am I.
You went from a peaceful family life to now being a cursed weapon molded by a cult.
Blessed weapon molded by a god.
And I love it.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
And
pointing
just
it out.
Here's my other question. How
Hmm.
long do we have before? Is it going to be before, if we go north, will it be before or after we get there? Before that time comes again?
That's a good question. Game master, game manager, how many days until the full moon?
Yeah, good question. Let me pull the calendar up, which is on the Roll20
Because
handout.
if we can coincide that little visit with a full moon, that could be interesting.
It may actually be pretty close. I think we are in the month of starting with an N. Murder story. Wait, I didn't say that out loud.
I thought you said you had to update the calendar last time.
He did.
I did say I was going to do that, and I did not do that.
Okay.
Imagine that.
I'm going to do it right now, though.
No.
Hang on. Choose a file. D&D campaign. And it is... Thank you for the reminder. And all players save changes. So it is the month of Newton, I guess is how you would say that. Nulliton.
Mhm.
Can y'all see the calendar well enough?
Yeah.
You know that the 37, 38, 39, that last week of the month is where the moons are full. It is, let's see, last session was that. So it's been another day, 2, 3. It is, we'll say it is the 19th. So you have about 2 full weeks, maybe close to 3 weeks in the month before that
Before
time.
full moon.
Before the dual full moons. So you are on a new, and then, in fact, tomorrow, the next 2 days, there one moon is new and one moon is full.
And refresh my memory, does that affect us in any way?
I believe that has had an effect on you in the past.
Okay.
Mild effect.
Okay.
Yes.
Was the staff of the moon one of the items that was melted down to make the axe?
Yes.
I mean the hammer. Okay.
And you also know that the 37th, the first night of the dual full moons, is Hunt's Night, which is a ritualistic hunt that you all would, your tribe, your clan would participate in. Remember, the elders would go out and take the newly passed initiates on a hunt, and they would come back with animals for the feast of Quran the next day. And the next day was a great feast, and then that night there was another ritual.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be grand, Vale, to go on a grand hunt of the OSG?
It would. It very much would.
So we have a little time to play with.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should mention that idea to Mother Sushin and Brother Tom tomorrow when we talk to them. They might be intrigued by that.
Yes. Yes, we should.
Right.
Just talk myself into a full ship of where.
Yes, you did.
Oh, that could be
It could be something.
dangerous
Indeed.
to our health.
Nah.
Nah.
Probably.
Not. Possibly not. No, maybe.
Probably.
Maybe.
We'll see.
It's, maybe. Yeah, Tooks, as you wander the city, though, you find the different districts. There seems to be a shopping district, a housing district. There, in the center of the city, is a very thick, very tall wall that is manned by guards. There are 3 entry points into it, but they are all locked and guarded. On the north side of that inner compound is a large towered structure that has very well manicured grounds. You can see from the north gate in, and it looks like a very nice building. You assume that's probably Lady Story's mansion.
After the look she was giving me, I'll go the other way.
All right, and then
I was
north
looking
of
around
that,
to see if the carts and stuff and everything were around, or if anybody was out with
No.
them.
at this time of night, the market is closed. Everything is buttoned up. The forge is still hot at the blacksmith, but he is long gone.
No.
On the west corner that's kind of a dingy, slummy area. It reminds you a lot of living on the street. There are tents and makeshift huts, houses, and there is actually an interesting woman out there, kind of just wandering around, pacing. You've seen people like this before, having lived on the street. Her hair is wild and messy. She has on this long gown. Maybe it's supposed to look like it's stitched in with gold, but you can tell it's just some yellow thread. She's wandering around.
Okay. And I don't recognize them from the meeting earlier.
No, you don't.
Okay. I was wondering if that was Velma or not, because you said that she was there. And by reading description,
Oh, is that? Did I say Velma was in there?
I thought you did.
Yeah, you did.
No, Velma should not have been there. Maybe I was thinking
Oh.
of someone else.
Okay.
Oh,
It's been a while since I've. Let's see. No, Velma. Yes. Okay. No, I had the names confused.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, this is not Velma.
Oh, okay.
No, this is somebody else. She looks disheveled and out of sorts, if you will.
okay.
Yeah, you got two Velmas listed up there. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
I don't. Yeah, the names. Why do I have two Velmas listed? One is
You
Velma
got
Wesson.
Velma the Drow, and then another Velma the Drow. Oh, Velma Wesson.
Yeah, Velma the Drow sorceress is not supposed to be Velma. Her name is
Oh.
supposed to be Sarah. I never fixed that in the
Oh, okay.
in the lore. Sorry.
That's why I was confused, because if she lived in the slums, maybe that was who I was running up on too.
Nope. This would be Sarah, who lives in the slums. But
Okay.
yeah, but you wouldn't
That-
know what she
Looks like.
looks like, or the knowledge that comes with that.
All right.
Anyway, so the night winds on. You're wandering the streets and end up in the slums. Brata, you make it back. You find Neris. He's actually holding a meeting with the Gith. They're all standing around. All of the Gith from the city are standing around with him. They're near the main guardhouse on the north end of the city. Or I'm sorry, the northeast side of the city, that northeast gate that you came in. And they're talking kind of hushed, actually.
Neris, I see you're having a discussion with the warriors.
And he turns, yes, Brata, yes, indeed, I was telling them some of our adventures and explaining to them where we are, the things that have happened. They were concerned for your safety.
Well, everything is back the way it was. I'm fine now. And you can tell that I look a little, like, I guess, unnerved by that. Are you talking about next plans?
Indeed, we were wondering, the men were wondering what's next. So, are our services still required?
Yes. Yes, they are.
I see.
Is there a problem?
Some of the men have heard that there was a roaming tribe of Githyanki still wandering the land in hopes that they could go out and find them and bring them in. I told them it's a long shot, but if you are well, perhaps that will help bring them back into the fold. You may need these as well. And he pulls a bundle that is kind of tied onto his back and hands it out over to you. You recognize immediately the hilt of your swords, wrapped in a makeshift cloth wrapping. we found these outside the Dwarven city. It seems they may have fallen off of the airship, Brata. You must retain better control of your weapons, my liege.
Um,
And
of
you can
course, I
tell
would
he
never.
knows.
I wouldn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, though, you recovered them for me, and I appreciate that thoroughly.
Yes, of course. Please, if you are well, maintain control of these. Um, Perhaps I'll see you on the ship later then.
Yes, indeed.
All right. He, if there's nothing more, and kind of gives you a look, he'll turn back to his men and start talking back to them in Githyanki.
All right. Hint taken. I will go back to my quarters.
Broadside going to go freshen up. um,
And by freshen up, that means apply a new layer of fresh blood.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Stab a chicken on the way out, back to the ship or something.
Yeah.
And Matches, you are back in the ship reading your book.
Yes.
You know what that book is. I've given you a little bit of info about it.
Yes, I light the lantern, lock the door, pull the shades down, set the book out.
Now this is that scaly book, right? The flesh paged book.
Yes. The one that had the thing in it.
Yes, the thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. That thing. And you open it almost inquisitively hesitant. Like you want to know what's in here, but also you know that this book probably holds some pretty powerful information in it. And you hesitantly open it, and you swear when you do, it breathes. It lets out a sigh, a breath, perhaps. And the pages are thick, almost sticky as you touch them as well, to turn them. Maybe you're not, yeah. They don't stick together, but there's a little film that kind of, as you turn the pages, and as you're reading it, you see the text swirling and moving around. Was there, I believe there was a language requirement for that book.
You need to make a sand check.
Yeah. Where was, I gotta remember where I put that. I didn't know you were gonna do that, so I wasn't ready to pull that book up tonight.
I remember Clarissa had said that I should read the book. So
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what. I think it was in this one. Where did that book come from?
The one that had the God thing locked in, you know.
I'm trying to remember. Was that in Fruiton that y'all got that book? Because I have the details of the book in that episode notes, in the show notes from that episode.
Yes, and then I took it and found Clarissa for the first time to have it.
Right.
If it's not going to be relevant to what we're doing in this game, then don't
Okay.
waste your time with it. We can take care of it some other time.
I want to give you some time with the book, though. I know that I have this book detailed because it was the opening to an episode. The whole book was like. And That's not it. All right, I'm gonna have to find it at the break probably, and then I'll get it to you.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I
Um,
said, if it's not gonna be relevant to what we're doing, then we can just do it during that
It
time.
it may be, it may not be. So I want to make sure I get you the info. If there's some information in there that you need or would like to have, Matches is reading it for the articles. Yes. um, and other than that, y'all kind of do your thing for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the next day dawns a bright and shiny day.
Bright, sunshiny day.
Matches, you have a bit
Yes.
of you're kind of tired actually. You got into this book and stayed up reading it very late. Quite absorbed into it. The information was almost drew you into the book itself. Lots of lore and intriguing stuff in this book. The more you handled it, the more you believed this book was actually written on and by the same person, the same being, the same creature. Like,
So this was its flesh.
that's your assumption, yeah. Judging by the way the book is written and the way it feels and is made, yeah, this is. In fact, you know what? Roll an Arcana for me, or a Nature, whichever. Probably Arcana would be better first. Yeah, so on your Arcana, and then, you know that this book, you have a pretty good feeling that this book, after reading it all night, what you got through it is, it may actually be a sentient being itself. You just haven't figured out how to communicate with it.
I was figuring that much. So.
Yeah, you just haven't learned how to unlock the communication with it yet. But it is, you're pretty sure this is a living book.
I'm waiting until we gain a sufficient level to where I can get another feat.
Why? You already have 2 feet.
Bum bum bum.
Dungeon Master joke. DM jokes. They're great. They're like dad jokes. So yeah, that's kind of where you leave, but with a great bit of knowledge about this being, about its origin, and that's about where you left off for the night. This is a living, breathing book.
All right.
Brata, you wake up with Neris in your room with you. The two of you made up, and all's fair in love and war.
Y'all made it up.
There were probably a couple of skirmishes in the middle of the night.
At least I didn't have to hear that last night.
Yeah, Tooks, where did you wake up?
I was
I
trying to
stayed
read
with the
all night
urchins.
long.
And it was just learning what I can of the city from them, since that's
Ha, yes.
my people.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of information. So this city was founded some 600 years ago by a gentleman named Story. His son was the heir, Adamic Story, who was killed by the Order of the Sacred Guard in an assassination just over a year ago. His then wife, Lady Story, Chandra Story, took over the throne and claimed to the city. Basically, claimed ownership. They had no children. There was an individual named Josh who was Lady Story's basically right hand. However, come to find out, he was not to be trusted, and the folks you travel with now took care of him. He was a spy for the OSG, which is how they learned the travel arrangements of Domic's story and were able to kill him. You pretty much learn everything about all the other people that are listed in the in there, and then you learn a little bit about the politics. But since the onslaught of people have arrived, some I'm sorry, 400 years ago, not 600 years ago. I'm getting the lore wrong. The lore masters are going to get me. I got to get it right. I got to keep it right so that when we have our wiki page, you know,
when we actually have a lore master,
yeah, they don't mess with me. The originals had there's his name, Vlad von Story, had founded the city. Since the new folks have arrived, however, rumors have been swirling as they do. Different factions have split up within the city. There's been some chatter of this god that no one's heard of before. No one knows who started the rumor. The name of the god is Malar, Malar. Supposedly a challenger to the god of lichens that currently being worshipped Quran and is a
I've heard of
challenger
that
for
one
that
because
throne.
of them, because of Vale's story.
So
That might be something Vale might be interested in.
yeah. Let's see. That's about all of the rumors that you hear.
And of course, I mean, my type of thing would be learning the leaders of the different guilds and stuff like that and everything.
Yep. So that's pretty much what you
And
take
how-
away.
Yeah. Did I learn Miss Story's little secret of why she was giving me the weird looks?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
you learn that she is indeed a vampiress.
Okay.
And she is said to have taken when she was recovered. They don't say saved, but when she was recovered and brought back from her the signing of the treaty, she was attacked, and Vale and Matches and the crew rescued her. But you know, no one says that they rescued her. The story is, you know, that she led the counter assault, but she came back with a prize from the OSG and now keeps him locked away, feeding on him every so often.
Okay.
she got a pet.
Yeah. As morning comes, I figure out they'll return to the tavern and stuff, so I'll go down that way and wait around for them.
Okay. And you see folks heading over to the market as well. Vale,
Yes.
you wake up from wherever you were sleeping.
I would, as much as I like my quarters on the ship, I would have probably asked if there was a room available at the tavern.
Yeah, they would have given you a room, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Even
Yeah,
though
so
the town is full, most people are sleeping in tents, not in the tavern.
Yeah. So I make my way down. You know, once the sunlight peeks through the window, I wake up and make my way downstairs.
Yes. Oh, excuse me. Been a long day. As you make your way downstairs, you see Tooks in the tavern there as well. Sitting, enjoying some breakfast. Swiskimo has whipped up some of his famous hot chocolate. You can smell the aroma wafting through the tavern. That must have been the shipment, because you remember he needed that shipment before you left last time.
Yes, he did.
the snow the snow and ice had moved in early, and he wasn't
Yes.
able to get his shipment on time. And that makes you wonder what's Will Whitesell going to Paham Keep from that northern port where, that's where you were supposed to go to pick up that shipment for Swisscamo. And you just brought a shipment to Swisscamo from Paham Keep. So that it's starting to click for you now why Will Whitesell is running that route. Perhaps.
Yeah. Perhaps, yeah. So I see Tukes and I see Swiss. I say good morning to both of them, and I say, Swiss, it has been quite some time since I have been here, and I remember that your breakfasts are absolutely amazing. I need fish.
Oh yes,
I need fish my way.
Indeed, Vale. I shall whip you up some immediately. We just had some fishermen come in with some fresh caught
Outstanding.
Just your luck, Vale.
Outstanding. So when he comes back out, basically all it is like 3 full-size trout or something similar to that.
Yeah.
With just the heads cut off.
Mm-hmm. Just raw.
Still oozing blood all over the plate.
Yep.
Little bit of like oil and other spices sprinkled across the top, but basically raw fish.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just go,
While he's gone, I'm gonna pass on that information I had about Mylar.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
it was told to me, just to see if that affects his other issues.
Interesting. You heard that last night.
Yes.
Huh. That's interesting. That'll have to be a topic that I discuss a little bit later on with some folks. Because it wouldn't surprise me if that is true. It wouldn't surprise me that the 2 of the people that I need to speak to today, it wouldn't surprise me if they know something about that.
Right. That's what I figured. I mean, I figured it might help you with any of your personal business you need to take care of here.
Okay. And that was Mylar?
Yeah.
Malar. M-A-L-A-R.
Okay.
Malar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I look at him and go, only you have to worry about the end of the month, correct? Shouldn't that vial taking care of the problem?
I think so, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
She
We'll
was
find
dead.
out.
She was dead. Now she's not. Don't know if anything else is different.
Mm.
Then you should go get your money back. Because
Or your price you
it
paid.
specifically said it would, but the cost would be that you could never be cured from it.
Yes.
So if she's not cured, you still pay the same price.
Well,
I was cured of the hammer curse, which was the curse we were trying to cure.
No, because he got vials specifically to give Furbog and everyone else to cure them of the
It was Sariel.
Yeah, sorry all.
Yeah, he didn't get one for Furbolg or Clark.
Yeah,
yeah.
he did.
I didn't.
Oh.
I gave the one for Sariel. I gave that one
To give to
Furbolg.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But also if Furbolg didn't think that he was going to be able to do what he was supposed to do with it, that Tower Lady
Yeah.
was supposed to take the vial back and deliver it directly to Sariel, so
And
that
her
Sariel
new
would be
assistant.
cured.
So
Just
is
as
she
long
her
as you kept your
assistant now
receipt.
or what?
She's under her protection.
Yeah.
She's under her protection.
Wonderful. So is everyone going to reconvene there at the tavern for the morning? We can say, or
Yes.
Sounds about the right
Mhm.
place.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, as you all reconvene, maybe this is a good time to take a break.
Agreed.
Yes.
And
I
we
agree.
can take a quick break. We'll do that. Come back in a few minutes with some fresh snacks and water. Everybody, I see some folks just joined us just in time for us to take a break.
Just
be
in time.
back. Yeah, hang in there. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. and inappropriate statement. No, not really. Nobody did it. I'm so proud of you guys. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us during the break. I was frantically trying to find my game notes from a session. I think my hard drive mishap that occurred a few months ago may have eaten that book, so I'm going to have to rewrite it. I'll have to go back and watch the episode and get the description again because it was really good. Anyway, as everyone has rejoined in the tavern for the morning, leaving the clucking chickens and whatnot outside, people stroll in for breakfast and sit around different places having their morning conversations. Swiscamo has whipped up a fresh batch of his hot chocolate.
His Swiscamo pies.
Swiscamo pies.
Swiscamo chocolates, yeah. And
Or as Diamond asked, Swiss commode.
yes. And what are y'all doing this morning? Eats a good breakfast. Vale is slurping down some raw fish, washing it back with some hot chocolate.
That sounds delightful.
Sounds delicious.
I will have 2 pieces of toast, lightly toasted, with butter, 2 eggs, sunny side up, no crisp on the sides.
Is that all?
Some sausages and bacon.
Sausages and bacon. Okay, very well. Yep, and they bring it all out to you.
And some biscuits.
Some biscuits.
We don't want no cornbread, just biscuits.
No, cornbread's nasty.
What?
You heard me.
Do I get jelly with my biscuits?
Yes. It's more of
Okay.
a preserve, like a jam. Yes.
I'm okay with this.
And we need some butter,
Lots and lots of butter.
milk.
Butter.
Damn it, now I want
Freshly
biscuits
squeezed
and,
juice.
and jelly.
Well, that's what I'll cook for
God
breakfast
damn it.
tomorrow instead of pancakes.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I usually do pancakes one day, but if you want biscuits, I'll do biscuits tomorrow.
I just
I have
had
a new
chicken
recipe for
gravy the
biscuits that I need to
other day
try
for
out.
dinner.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
Back in
pull
game.
it back. Pull it back.
Pulling
in.
it back in. Pulling it back in. Getting it back to why we're here. To play some D&D. We're back at the United Adventure Company. Playing Dungeons and Dragons Welcome Home campaign. Our players are having breakfast in the tavern and planning their day. I know Vale wants to go probably talk to Mother Sushin and Brother Tom and maybe
And a short
Indeed.
stack.
a short stack. Every time the waitress comes back, Matches is asking for another thing.
I'll
There's
have
just
a
a
short stack.
pile
and
of plates
I expect
growing around
no
him.
jokes about my stature either.
Where does he put it all, though?
Oh, it's stacking up on the table.
I got
all
a big
around
old
you.
backpack.
You're just shoving it in the backpack.
I'm saving
Nice.
this for later. I've got to feed my miniature dwarves.
Nice.
The ones you expand for playtime and then shrink them back down?
Yes, I mean I clean out the tank every day.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We'll leave that one alone. All right. And Brata, how about you? What are you doing today?
I want to go talk to Mother Sushin and Brother Tom.
Okay, so you and Vale are going to do that. Vale, I know, wants to go to the market, see Marshall, and also the blacksmith. Tooks, what are you doing today? Along for the ride?
Yeah, until they go to the orphanage.
Well, there is no orphanage now.
Well,
Not
okay.
really.
Until they go see
They're
their
just
people.
from the orphanage.
We're going to turn it into a memorial park.
Well, the orphanage was many miles from here, actually.
Oh.
It was 3-day journey from here.
Well, when they go to see those people, I'll go slide back off with the urchins or keep checking out the merchants.
Okay. Very good. And Admiral Professor Matches
Yes, I would like to make one thing. I don't want to run the risk of my beautiful hat getting destroyed. So I only wear it when I'm on the boat.
Okay.
And plus, I'm sure it makes me a very visible target.
Probably the big purple feather, peacock feather.
The fact that
here.
the fact that the hat is taller than you are
Yeah.
is dead giveaway.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize something about your characters. You keep getting titles put in front of them. It's, Major Dr. Mrs. Dempsey, Admiral Professor Wilberforce Matches. Your character names. They're a
Oh,
lot.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not.
No.
Should be Lord, Your
Father-
Majesty, Your
Vic-
Eminence.
Victor, Deacon.
Father,
Father Victor Deacon.
Father, Father Deacon Victor. No, Father Deacon Vicar,
Father Victor,
brother.
Deacon, Thomas.
Yeah, that's it.
He's dead now. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, he's dead.
Anyway, moving
Well,
on to the
fuck that
day.
dude.
Matches leaves his hat on the ship, and
Under glass.
oh, you have one of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, it had that big protective box, the
Yeah.
velvet lined box that it was.
Yeah, but you can't see through that.
oh,
Well, like Batman keeps the red phone under.
well, you'll have to
Mhm.
see if there's something that like that. You don't have anything like that on the ship, so you'll have to perhaps pick something up, maybe in the market today. Maybe there's a nice hat stand at Marshall's Emporium of Imports and Exports.
Actually, I think I'm supposed to make something for Wolf. Am I supposed to make bullets for you? Let me
Mhm.
do that today. I'll go shopping for Wolf's bullets.
Okay, you're gonna go
Make
shopping
bullets.
for bullets. Fantastic.
Bullet
To make
materials.
Materials to make bullets.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Well, let's start since you're parked. You're at the tavern. We can start with the market area because it's right there. How's that sound?
Mhm. Yep.
All right, and you head into the market. As everyone's opening it up, the fires are just being lit by the food vendors, and the vendors are there. You see Marshall standing outside of his, emporium. Looking quite distinguished, his monocle clipped onto the front of his jacket. He today has a cane with a gold tip and head on it, and he's standing out front. Oh, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Fine day it is, eh, Vale?
Indeed. So-
How's-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes. How is our business partners venture? How's that panning out? I haven't.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. That's what I was mentioning to you last night when I saw you. And I have reached out to the person that I have manning the boat. I don't have the boat right now. I know that you left it in my charge. But are you familiar with Captain Will Weitzel?
Oh, yes. Will and I have done some dealings in the past. Yes.
Well, Will is the one that's captaining the boat. He is currently on his way to Paham Keep. I'm not sure what his business in Paham Keep is. I have an ability to speak with individuals, but I can only do it for short sentences and only a couple of times a day.
Oh,
so I
yes.
don't know exactly what he's going to Paham Keep for, but he's on his way there now, and I'm guessing that he's going to be making that counterclockwise rotation around the coastal towns, and eventually he'll end up back here.
Excellent.
So
Oh.
that's where we stand. It sounds like he's doing well. He did say that he has that he does have some financials for me once we are able to meet up together. What I may do is I may have him just go ahead and if it's okay with you, that we just run all of those through your establishment. It's easy enough for me to get back here relatively easily. And it sounds like this is going to be a spot that he's going to be, every month or so. So if you don't mind, perhaps we just make it so that all three of us just kind of work through your establishment, if that's okay, since you have a physical location and I don't.
Ah, yes, I understand. Yes, of course, sir. We could probably work something out with that. We may, just depending on how much, uh, handling there is, we may have to renegotiate our fee for that.
Of course, I understand perfectly.
Yes. Well, thank you for your understanding. Yes, we'll be able to do that for you.
And I trust that you would remain fair.
Oh, of course. Of course. For those who may not know what he looks like, I will grab a quick screenshot and throw this in a handout for y'all. Whoops. I have described him a few times, but Marshall, all players, choose a file. There you go. You should be able to see him now.
Oh, yeah. That's about what I pictured.
A very distinguished looking cat person.
Indeed. All cat people are distinguished looking.
Of course they are.
That one's significantly more distinguished looking than Vale, however.
A little bit. And he says, so on to your next journeys then, I suppose. Anything I can help with?
Well, we may need some supplies.
Ah. Such as?
Barrels of gunpowder, rations, provisions.
Gunpowder. Explosives. What?
Well, you see, we have delicate times. When we acquired our first airship, we went to our old orphanage and picked up some remaining supplies that I had hidden there. And as we were leaving, we ran across a rather large detachment of Sacred Grove, just outside of the area where the orphanage was. And we discovered just how versatile our airship is. We laid waste to all of them by basically dropping flaming barrels of gunpowder on them.
Interesting concept. I would have never considered that option, but I could see where it would be most effective.
It was quite effective.
Yes. It's not something we just keep laying around, Vale.
Of course.
Especially in these times.
And seeing firearms aren't exactly common, I kind of hold it out and I go, and it's handy with this little thing, which can be nice. I kind of stole it from my captives at one time.
He looks at it inquisitively. Oh, a fine specimen. Do you mind? And he takes and pulls his monocle off of his jacket, locks it onto his eye. Do you mind if I inspect this?
You can inspect it. Just don't worry about the logo on it. I just haven't had a chance to remove it.
And
But you can tell I've had my own adventures with them also.
Ah, yes. I see. This is definitely a fine specimen of their craftsmanship. We can take care of that for you. Matter of hours, maybe later today. We can have that rebranded for you. Not an issue.
See, there's an OSG logo on there.
Yeah, there's a big OSG carved into the wooden handle of it. And he's not a problem. We can rebrand that for you.
What he doesn't tell you is that when you get it back later, it's just going to be a circle with a line through it around the OSG.
No OSG. Yeah.
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 And so let me see what I can work on for you, Vale. I'll check back.
Yeah,
with
whatever you
later
can,
today.
whatever you can acquire. You know, we'll take what we can get.
Understood. No, and no, please keep this. You know,
Oh,
you know how we
understood.
work.
Understood. Matches. Do you need anything? I know you said something about needing some supplies. I thought. Did you need something as well?
Yes, I need several ounces of lead.
Oh, perhaps Helmand would be a better source for that. I tend to not like to handle the heavier metals. Dries out the fur. You know. Perhaps Helmand would be better for that.
He's the blacksmith, right?
Yes, Vale.
Okay, yeah, I got to go talk to him anyway. So yeah, it matches. You're more than welcome to come along.
Yes. Let's go find the individual that's not scared to hold a bit of metal.
And I just look at matches like, what? Okay, here we go.
Well, I will see you all later then. And he kind of tips his head to you and turns to go into his emporium. He stops for a moment. Prata, those are fine specimens of swords you have there as well. Just should you ever like to...
They're not for sale.
I understand. Should you ever change your mind, please
I
allow
won't change
me.
my mind.
You'll have to forgive her, Marshall.
Perhaps, yes.
Yeah, she's
I understand.
She's very set in her ways.
Should
That's
anything
that's
occur.
Marshall.
Special gifts are never for sale.
Yeah, this
That's
is
right.
Marshall.
And I handle my sword.
I wouldn't give the Marshall shit. He dresses snappy.
And he says, well, I think, Vale, you understand what I'm saying. Should there ever become a need to...
Absolutely.
Please allow me the first offer.
I look at Vale and go, we have one he could buy. Yeah. And kind of giggle.
No.
Oh, I look at Vale. I know. It's just, it would be funny.
Nah. Y'all head on down, bidding Marshall good day, heading past Wesson Oil's Emporium, past a little food tent, and over to Helmand Man's Ironworks. Helmand is out there sweating away, firing up the forge. He's pumping the bellows, getting the forge back hot for the day. And you all approach.
So as we approach, is his back to us?
Yeah, his back's gonna be to you.
All right.
Stick a
So
knife
as we approach, I would like to I'd like to take the crossbow and let loose a bolt, and have it go into like a post that's within a few feet of him.
Of course you would. Yes.
Yeah.
That's easy enough. Probably one of the. Hold on, that's kind of loud.
Loudness.
That's working metal.
Back that down just a little bit. Yes. And it lodges into, we'll say, the tent arm that's holding up the awning for his over his workspace there. And he startles and jumps and turns around.
And as he jumps and turns around, I say, "Still as accurate as the day you sold it to me."
And he looks and goes, "That's a fine specimen you have there, Vale. Indeed. Thank you. Treating you well, I take it?
Oh, it's killed many people.
But not you."
No. Has not killed me, but
Excellent.
it has killed many
Excellent.
people.
So what can I do for you today?
Well, I wanted to make sure that you and I are square. I don't recall how much I still owe you for this, and I'd like to I'd like to settle up if I can. And then also, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I had you working on an attachment for it. Do you remember me asking about a grappling attachment for it?
Yes, I have that here for you.
You
actually.
do
Yes.
have that.
I've been
Okay.
waiting for your return. I
Well,
finished it.
we've been busy. We've been all across the realm, and
Yes, doing good work. I hear. So, yes, I have that, and I have the balance remaining. I believe. Let's just call it. I believe 50 gold.
50 gold. 50 gold.
Was that correct? I
that
seem
sounds-
to have misplaced my ledger.
That sounds about right. And if I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine.
That'll cover
I'm
the
sure that-
grapple as well. I believe that was a bundle
Oh.
deal, correct?
Sure it was. Yes, sure it was. Well, I'll tell you what, I have 40 gold on me right now, but so I may not be able to square up with you 100% today. I wasn't sure exactly how much I owed still, but I do have a business associate. Perhaps you've heard of him, Will Whitesell. He is actually running a delivery route for me, and he should be making his way back towards Karningother within the next week or so. And once he arrives, he said he has my cut of the delivery fees, so I would be able to 100% settle up then.
That sounds fine. You want to just give me half today, and then we can settle the other half.
Sure, yeah, that'll be
perhaps when
fine.
you get
Yeah,
back. Yes, that's wonderful.
So
wonderful.
25 today, and then the remaining 25 next time we're in town.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Yes. And your friends, how's everyone doing? Yes, it's a great day for everyone here.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
It's beautiful
Yes.
weather.
It is. Matches here is in need of some stuff. Maybe you can help him out, and while you do that, I'd love to try out the grappling hook if I can, just to see if it, how well it balances in the crossbow and all that.
Yes, absolutely. He hands you a box, and it is the grappling hook and some silken cord.
Okay.
So probably
All right.
30 foot of silken cord.
Grappling hook with 30 feet of silken cord.
Yes. Matches, you have something that you need, you say?
Yes, I need several ounces of lead, perhaps
Ounces of lead.
20 ounces if you have 20.
Perhaps, yes. Anything in particular, all in one chunk?
Well, I'll take it broken up if you have it, as long as it's quality.
Nothing but here. Nothing but. And he goes back behind the forge and rummaging through his shelves, he pulls out about 5 chunks of lead. So I usually use these in the dagger hilts and that sort of thing, just as inlay and such, but I have a few pieces here, yes. I'll give you oh, I don't know. Nobody's ever asked me for lead before. Usually they ask me to make something with it.
20 ounces should be sufficient if you can part with it.
I absolutely can. You're proficient in the ways of working these metals.
Yes.
I don't mean to offend, sir. I just, it's a heavier thing, and not everyone really knows what to do with it. So, just asking the question. Don't want you to get hurt. Sure. Just give me let's see, 20 ounces.
I tell you what.
All right.
Make it 40 ounces and allow me the use of your forge.
Oh, 40 ounces and using my forge. I could do it for you, sir. It's not a problem. I don't have any orders for today. But if you insist,
I insist.
Then I will just charge you for the raw materials, 40 ounces of lead. That's yes, 4 gold will cover 40 ounces of lead. Please.
Gold.
Is that a bit high for you, sir?
I don't know. I could go to an alchemist and have this turned into gold for less, but all right.
Well, a business to run here, sir. You know, overhead. I have to buy
Yes,
this
yes.
lead from people as well. Thank you, excellent. And there's the
Now I'm gonna
forge.
take off my jacket. And then can I handle it?
And
Oh,
clank, clank,
please.
clank, clank.
Oh, please let there be a roll for this.
There is.
Oh, there he is. There's going to be a craft item roll for this, I'm sure. We're even going to get some forge music going.
18.
Oh, good. My sabots won't blow up in my face.
All right. Are
And-
you
and
just
they-
molding
what-
the projectiles and
Yeah, I'm just making the bullets, and they're gonna have a little stamp on it that says matches
APWM.
matches armory.
MA, something like that? The
Mhm.
maker's mark?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll give 10 of them to the dude. Can I handle it?
So you give him 10 of the bullet tips, and you keep
And then 20 for
20 for Tooks. And what do you do with the other 10 ounces of lead? You're going to just
I
hang on to
figure
that?
it's an ounce of bullet, so I was. Oh, that's right. I guess. Well, Wolf gets
30. Okay.
Yeah.
Wolf gets 30 bullet tips, and then okay, fantastic. Awesome. As you
So
forge
looking
away.
looking around, is there any place that I can shoot this grappling hook at and see if it will catch?
I mean, yeah, there's the wall. You shoot it up the wall.
All right.
I've got to go. Now I have to go have my shoes shined. Excuse me, Vale.
Your shoes shined.
I can't have the marshal showing me up. Did you see the marshal's shoes?
I saw everything about the marshal, and he's exquisite.
Yes. And today he
Precisely.
did have on those big, like knee-high boots, and they were nice and shiny,
Mm-hmm.
and silver buckles on them on the sides.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, you said 4 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 gold.
All right.
That's also rental fee for the forge.
Let's go.
That's right.
So I'm really gonna do it. I'm gonna go somewhere and find the fine clothery while Vale's doing this.
Okay.
There is I think it was either this tent right here or this one right here was
This is the art
something.
tent.
Wasn't
this-
what one of these was something to do with clothing, wasn't it?
Jam it, odds and ends.
Ooh. Like going in there.
I remember one of those places we went to, and they were actually taking care of an outfit for Lady Story one time.
Yes.
I want to say it was this one, but I could
It
be
may
wrong.
have been that one. I just thought that was the food vendor because of the fire pit behind it.
Could be. I mean, what? Maybe
It was probably
that
Jam
one.
It, odds and
Yeah,
ends.
okay, it was probably Jam It then. Yeah.
Because this is the artist where you got the 3 wolf moon painting that you sent back to
Correct.
Mother Sushin.
Correct. Correct.
See, I remember some things, some insignificant things that didn't have anything to do with the plot, but I can't remember what the book was. Anyway, sorry.
So as Matches is walking away, then I would like to take aim at the top of the wall and see if I can grapple it.
All right. Matches is done forging, and you loose your crossbow with the grapple tip.
All right.
It's gonna be a pretty easy roll. I mean, what's your plus?
4. Well, it's actually +8.
So yeah, unless you roll a 1, you're gonna do it. So yeah,
16. Okay.
The weight's a little off, but you manage. Yeah.
Okay, so it wants to dive a little faster. So if I adjust here, okay, I think,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah.
Yep. And how about Brata? Anything from the blacksmith?
So I just kind of walk around the entire time they're doing what they're doing, and I like poke at things and like, and turn around and walk to the other side and poke something else. And
He looks at you. Is there something you're looking for, Brata? Something in particular? I see you have some new swords with you. Fine pieces of...
they're not for sale. I won't change my mind.
Nor
However-
should you. Those are excellent weapons. You should maintain them at all times. Yes, absolutely. However, you're saying?
Could use some better armor at some point.
Yes, indeed. I see what you have had there in the past is not working out for you, eh?
It's working okay, but
Anything in particular you're looking for? I could make something up for you, or I may have something that you're looking for.
And I kind of look at my I think I'm wearing a breastplate. Let me check.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, look at my breastplate and think, it's hard because I can't have things that restrain my movement. You understand?
Yes, you need something a bit flexible, but sturdy. Let's perhaps a good base layer of some fine chainmail. Do you think that would help? A chain suit underneath your breastplate there?
I need to check something very quickly about whether or not I can use such a thing.
Whether or not that will work, I understand. Yes. I have the piece you could try on if you'd like, and see if that would work for you. If not, maybe something a little more organic.
Perhaps.
Organic.
And you new I'll turn and look at Tux. You're new to the city. I don't believe I've seen you. Are you here with these folks?
Yes, this is our new accomplice. We'll say accomplice. Associate.
Associate sounds much
Yes.
less
Associate. We'll say
yes.
associate.
Associate, yes. How are you doing today? And is there anything I can get for you while you're here? You're muted. Everybody take a shot.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Shot of water, man.
Of course. No, my armor seems to be still in good shape. I got my sword.
Okay.
Kind of looking around and going, I didn't bring my spares with me. I don't-
Yes.
The only sword I physically have to carry is the new one. The other ones I don't physically have to keep anymore.
Right. And he looks at the scabbard. Are you just wearing it
Yeah.
kind of
I'm-
out?
Yeah, it's in a scabbard and stuff. But I mean, he'd be able to see the hilt and handle and stuff.
I believe even the scabbard is of that black of night material. He takes a look at that and he says, that is a dangerous piece of machinery you have hanging upon you. Do you know what
Yes.
it is?
Yes.
You
That'll
may
serve
not
me
want to
well.
wear that so openly. It could make you a target. There are some individuals in this town and others that may not take kindly to seeing a weapon of that sort. Just a friendly offering of advice for you.
Yes.
Noted.
Would you like wrap to put over it for now, perhaps?
Um,
One of these leather, and he pulls out some leather scabbard wraps. It's just like a leather sock that you put the scabbard in.
yeah, it might be better as I look around.
Excellent.
Only
You know
thing
what?
I can think of is if you could get my armor to look like that.
Oh, if I could do that, I would be a god, my friend. If
Or
I
at
could do
least
that.
blackened.
Now, blackened I could do. Would you like it blackened? I can blacken your armor. I have nothing going on today. I could do it today, actually, if you leave it
Yeah.
with me.
I'll take my scale mail top and hand it to him.
Okay. He'll give you a loner tunic to wear around so you don't, you don't have to walk around basically with nothing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of on the back of it, says, this is a loner tunic from Sir Helmand, courtesy of Sir Helmand's forgery. And says, yes, come see me later today. I'll have this all fixed up for you. And
Okay.
So, Brata, armor, you say?
That won't do.
The chain. Something more organic, then, perhaps?
The type that I am wearing is good. I like this type. I just need something that is like this but better.
Well, you know, Brata, we are going to we're going to see Mother Sushin later. Maybe she knows of someone that might be able to make that a little bit better for you.
As she is probably the one to ask. Thank you anyway, shopsman.
Yes. No problem. No problem.
Squirrel tails on her armor have gone sour. She needs new ones.
Yes. It would appear your goblin friend has wandered a bit away from you all. I need to get to work on this one's armor. Anywho, if there's anything else, how'd that work out for you, Vale?
Works. The weight's a little off, but I feel like it will do the job nicely.
Excellent. If it needs some adjustment, let me know. I could work on the weight of the crossbow handle, perhaps adding a little counterweight to the base of that will help off center. Maybe we make something attachable to where if you're using the grapple, you can maybe.
Yeah, well, what I actually think I might do is I might see if I can find a someone with maybe some arcane abilities, like our friend that's wandered off, and perhaps make it so that it's a little bit easier to retrieve.
Ah, yes, I see.
It does a nice job of grappling on, but if it were being used in, say, a rapid escape from somewhere, I don't know.
You wouldn't want to leave that behind.
Exactly. I would want to be able to recover it expeditiously.
Say if you were boarding a ship and it had
Perhaps
to explode, and I heard a story of these folks.
You need to make it collapsible.
Something like that. Yeah.
Wasn't there a story of a group that raided a pirate ship, I believe, on the river, and they boarded the ship with grapples and dolphins or something, and then
that was us.
That was you.
That was us.
Why am I not surprised? That's a wonderful story.
It's a great story.
They say that you tight walked a rope across from ship to ship. You did that?
I did.
Oh,
it was quite impressive.
Oh, those were the days, eh, Vale, when we were young and nimble.
I still am young and nimble, so thank you very much.
Very well. I bid you all a good day.
He still has a bit of kitten in him.
Yeah. He reaches out and scratches you between the ears. Yes, so he does. And onward you all will head. Matches.
Oh, shop.
Close shop. Yes.
All right. I looked at the player's handbook and I want to buy the finest clothes. That's 15 gold, and I'm willing to spend the money on it.
Okay. You see some nice stuff. Nothing quite as nice as what Marshall was wearing.
This
not to your liking, sir, and it's
it'll have to do.
I mean, this would be Evith Pethy is a tanner, but also head of the Artisans Guild. Says, we do have some ability to make custom garments if there's something you have.
No, I won't be here long enough to do that unless you make.
We
them
could
within the
alter
next
these.
hour.
We could alter these to make them an hour. Good God, man.
Just give me some shiny shoes then.
Very well. These are the finest clothes we have. Now, Marshall may have something nicer in his emporium. He tends to get the pick of the litter when it comes to these things. This is a lot of hand-me-downs and second-hand shop here.
I want some shoes, some shiny, like
Okay.
knee-high boots with buckles.
Okay, you can find those here. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm going to use my I have this ability, magical tinkering. I can put these little small effects on things.
Yeah, right on.
So when I put them on, I'm going to like dig around in my bag and it's pull out like this bizarre looking little shoe shine kit and like and put an unnatural shine.
An unnatural shine.
Yes.
Wow,
this
those
is
shined up very well. Excellent,
this is
excellent.
advanced shine.
Advanced shine. Nice.
Yes.
And you can
I
have
think
it too.
so, dude.
Order now and we'll send you one for free. Sorry, I had to go my Billy Mays way there.
Look, they shine light for the
Yes.
they're super shiny for the 5 foot fucking radius.
Yes. They shine,
They
emanating
shine.
a shine and reflection in a 5 foot radius,
Yeah.
which kind of blinds anyone who's trying to look you in the eye because you're only 2.5 feet tall.
Anyone that looks at him takes 3 points of radiant damage.
I just looked at it. It says
Yeah, that's
it sheds a light 5 foot radius and
And-
dim light for another 5 feet.
great. So you have glowing boots on now.
They
Um,
got the shine,
They got the shine for sure.
advanced shine.
You all see as you're walking through the market area, you see matches come out. Those shoes were 2 gold pieces, by the way, just for the shoes, since you didn't buy the whole fancy clothing kit. And they would have been 3, but because you shined them up so much, he gave you a gold back.
Oh, and then before I leave, I'll use my little clockwork cleaning crew to like spruce me up and all, and give me a nice scent.
Yes,
Maybe something citrus.
citrusy, absolutely, yeah. And you all see Matches walk out of the Jam at Odds and Inn, and there's a glow about him. Has a spring in his step and a bit of a glow emanating from around him.
And I shield my eyes and go, Matches, what have you done?
Let's see the marshal's shiny shoes compete with mine.
You did this just to compete with shiny shoes.
Oh, but they are quite magnificent, are they not?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They are rather radiant.
well, I
And
mean,
just
I
look at him
can,
and go, are you sure you're a goblin? I mean, oh,
what, you're profiling me? What?
think about it. Most goblins are dirty and
Yes, unfortunately, my dirty goblin tribe was slain by a bunch of no good adventurers when I was just a babe.
let me guess. A bunch of gnomes with your hatred for them.
Precisely.
Oh, so much is clear now.
Yes,
Huh.
it's starting to come out. Matches has opened a tiny crack in the door into a little bit of who he is for you all to see. And as you walk across the city, heading towards...
I'm going to go off with Tooks, too, in case anybody tries to steal my shoes. I know Tooks will slaughter them.
Nice. Very nice.
And I'm going to send my clockwork cleaning crew to clean up Tooks and make Tooks look nice and
Hey,
smelling. And
I'm-
complimentary.
Complimentary took
I'm
shine.
just fine. Get these things away.
Uh,
It's-
uh,
that
matches.
doesn't go with my
Yes,
people.
Vale, would you like new car scent?
no. I prefer old fish scent.
Oh, I have that too.
I I may have a project for you. And I show him the grappling attachment that I got for the crossbow. It works well.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it,
Mhm.
but I'd like to be able to recover it easier. Like right now, I would have to go to it and unattach it and wind it up, and then I may be stuck at the elevation that I grappled to. Maybe I want to get back down. Maybe I want to be able to just pull on it and have it release at the appropriate time. Is that something maybe you could look into?
You mean some sort of mechanical device that would release it and reel it back into where it came from?
Perhaps. I'll if you think it's a challenge that you're up to, I can leave it with you and you can tinker with it. Maybe Brata and I have to go and pay a visit to Mother Sushin and Brother Tom.
Challenge, Vale? A challenge? Have you seen these shoes?
I think everyone in Karningother has seen your shoes.
Leave it with me, Vale. Leave it with me.
Okay, so I hand him the grappling hook and the silken cord, and I say, perhaps later today you can show me what ideas you might have.
All right.
Fantastic.
Vale.
I think we should go see Mother Sushin and Brother Tom.
Yes, I think we should.
You two are welcome to come along. I know that you have expressed.
Is it safe?
It's probably
Yes.
the safest place that we have ever. It's probably going to be the safest place that we have ever taken.
But between them and your other lady friend, which runs this place, from things I've heard about her,
What have you heard about? What have you heard about Lady Chandra?
she enjoys biting people in the night too.
Don't we all?
I certainly do. Oh, wait.
But most of us don't drink their blood. I say to him,
Well,
move closer, and
everybody has to eat something. She just chooses to feast on blood.
at least
doesn't
she
make-
has an OSG pet, I guess, from my understanding.
She does. She does have an OSG pet, and honestly, she is rather handy to have on your side.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want a bunch of them attacking in the middle of the night.
But
That would be
why would they attack you? You're safe.
okay.
Trust me.
I questioned the word safe after my past.
I could think of at least one reason if you would like to know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it forever living isn't a bad thing.
Well, you see, that sword that you carry despises the undead.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they
Hmm.
know it. I'm fairly certain they know it despises the undead.
Oh. You know, that would explain a lot of the reactions last night when they saw the sword that you carried.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But are they really
Mhm.
undead? Or
Oh, Lady Chandra is absolutely undead.
You all do know this because,
yeah.
when
Mother
when-
Sushin, Brother Tom, lichens aren't undead.
here. I'll go with you if you can introduce me to the Mages Guild in town later.
Do we know anyone from the Mages Guild?
there is not a mages guild. The guilds that you've been introduced to, there is a sorcerers group. The mages guild is run by the Drow, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who you
By
met
Velma
at the,
Wesson.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Mrs. Wesson's tent is it's just right across the road here. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Usually those places, they need an introduction. And I'm unknown.
I mean, we could definitely introduce you to her. It-
I just figure it might come in handy at some point.
I suppose you're right.
I mean, I know you have
Um,
your friends for your business dealings.
I'll tell you what. We're here, right?
Yep.
Was it this tent
Oh wait,
or this tent that was Wesson's tent?
This one.
yeah, it says Wesson's Oil Imperium. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're close by. Let's go and pay her a visit, and then you can chat with her while we go and talk to Mother Sushin and Brother Tom. How's that sound?
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Could we at least
How
not
do you think that
stop by
your
the
your
Marshalls
friends
for
will
a moment?
care about this, or should it be
That's
taken
just-
back to the ship for the time being?
I'm sorry, what?
Your friends, will they care about this?
I don't think so. Lycans, I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm not undead. Lycanthropy is from what I've learned about it, it's a little different than other, we'll say afflictions.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I figure you'll want to pass the information on from earlier.
yeah. So I don't think that they would take exception to your sword specifically. They may have questions about it. They may have perhaps maybe
Or-
some reservations that it's here in
Yeah.
the town,
Or
but-
how I received it.
or how you acquired it. That's correct. Yeah. But I will say this, they are also deeply religious. And knowing that you received it from your patron would definitely not surprise them. I wouldn't think.
But with the patron, surprise them and us hanging out.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
I mean,
Would we
Like
know?
patron of Lycan.
I'm guessing that we would know based on our affiliation with the orphanage. What would the relationship of the Order of the Two Moons be between those that would follow the Raven Queen?
There wouldn't be any animosity there. There may
Okay.
not be any friendship either. It might just be a neutral
Okay.
relationship.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, we growing up in the orphanage, we heard of the Raven Queen off and on, but nobody ever spoke ill of followers of the Raven Queen or anything like that. There were never any.
As long as we leave your souls with you.
I mean, I would prefer it if you left my soul with my soul with me. Yeah.
I mean, most living do. So
Would you like a introduction to Mrs. Wesson, or do you want to come
Yeah.
with us to see Mother
Um,
Susha? Okay.
I'll go ahead and go with you, and then we can catch Wes.
Okay. All right. So I guess it sounds like we're going to head up towards the Temple District.
Yes.
And-
And as you leave, you find Matches is glancing towards Marshall's Emporium. He tends to kind of wander that direction, almost his head high and shoulders back, making himself look a little taller as he's walking that way, almost to prove a point.
Matches. You can walk over to him if you'd like, but we're going up here. We'll be up at the temple. You can join us later, and if you'd like. But
Yes, Isabel, I will join you momentarily. I just would like to stroll by and see something that I saw earlier on the rack.
okay,
All right. You guys are heading up to the Temple District. Matches, you get over to Marshall's Emporium, and he's sitting on a chair out front, smoking his pipe. He sees you coming. Wow! Oh, Matches, those shoes, they're quite shiny. Wherever did you get those? blinking a
These
bit.
old things, Marshall.
Yes, those old things that are quite the shine on them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh well. I know certain techniques, if you understand.
Ah, yes, it must come in quite handy on cloudy day. Um,
Well, of course.
what can I help you with, sir? It's kind of squinting.
I was just looking over here at this, but now I've seen it. It wasn't what I thought it was.
Oh, and what was it that you thought it was?
A silken scarf.
Oh, yes, sorry, that is not. My apologies. It does give that kind of effect there, the way it's hanging, but no, that is a shawl. Yes, that is a cotton shawl made from the fine cottons of the Southland.
I don't need a show. Good day, Marshall.
Do me a favor. Make me a charisma save.
Oh.
Charisma.
Oof.
Oof.
Ouch.
He kind of chuckles a bit and just waves you on. Have a wonderful day. Matches.
Well, hold on. How much did I miss it by?
You missed it by 11. It's a DC 18.
Okay.
No damage or anything, but
Just hurt your pride.
he kind of laughs a bit and waves and off. Have a great day with your new shoes. I hope they are quite comfortable. And
Saying they were these old things.
just so you know, he cast detect thoughts.
Oh. Oh.
Oh well, he probably detected that.
Yeah.
I look very damn good in these new shoes.
Yes. And with your exchange and not needing a shawl, you're not far behind Vale and the gang who are strolling through the city, and you're able to catch up to them pretty quickly. You'll turn and head up. Do you want? Yeah, we can keep going. Can we keep going for maybe 20 minutes? Are y'all good with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you stroll up to the Temple District, and the gates are guarded, but of course you are recognized, and they open the gates for you. You see Mother Sushin gathered around by a group of children that you recognize from the orphanage. They look a bit older, of course, than they were the last time you were there. And she's reading a book to them, actually, reading a story.
I'm gonna look around for Brother Tom.
You see him over in the kind of this open area over here, working with a group of individuals, kind of showing them some swords and whatnot, sword movements, sword movement.
All right, I'm gonna approach that group.
All right. He sees you coming and Brata, wonderful to see you. Oh, welcome.
Brother Tom.
I heard you were here. It's excellent. Everyone, this is one of my favorite and most accomplished students. This is Brata Und. She raised underneath my hand, and I taught her everything I know, and then she taught me a thing or three. So, welcome home. Well, as close to home as can be, I suppose, now. That's what we're calling it.
Yes, Brother Tom, I have a question to ask you, away from the students. However, I would be happy to come back and show you all a thing or two.
Very well. Everyone, continue working on the thing I just showed you. We'll be back in a few minutes, and he'll kind of lead you off towards the graveyard over there, and to where you can have a conversation.
Okay. Brother Tom, something happened to me recently, and I'm worried that I may have lost the blessing.
Oh dear, what has happened?
Well, I befell an evil hammer that called itself Megmullen, and it took over my personality and my being to the point that my companions had to kill me and bring me back to get this hammer to release me. As I understand it, that when I was brought back, I may have lost the blessing. I need to know if I have lost the blessing, and if I have, I need somebody to bite me to give it back to me.
Ah, yes, perhaps we should sit with Mother Sushin on this as well. There is a ritual we could perform, and the next few nights may actually be conducive to that, as one of the moons is full. However, have you considered that if you've lost the blessing, perhaps that is Karan's wish? Not that he has taken it from you, but that he wishes not to have you carry that blessing any further. Perhaps you've done all you need to for him? I'm just asking a question.
I never considered it that way.
And I look at Vale and go, or could it be because of the other thing I heard?
Well, y'all aren't there. She's gone off
Yeah, we're
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't follow. We didn't follow
didn't
them.
follow that one?
Yeah.
Darn.
No, she kind of peeled off from y'all and went beeline straight to Brother Tom as soon as she saw him. Y'all kind of lost her in the crowd of kids.
And that leads me to another question. One of my companions heard tell of a new rival god named Malar.
Yes, we've heard rumbles of that as well. But please don't speak of that. We can't shake the faith of those that follow Quran. Should they learn that he could be waning in power, that could undo a lot of the work that we've done, Brata. Perhaps.
And I look kind of startled at this. Like,
yeah. Perhaps that is, should you have lost the blessing, perhaps that's part of it. I don't know how strong Malar's reach is into Quran, but there is apparently a struggle for power. Malar was one of the followers and has gained a great following amongst his own folks, and kind of risen up against Quran. Try to stay out of it as much as we can. But we know that when things, if Quran is defeated, then things will change for our followers, I'm sure. Malar is said to be far less tolerant.
I see. All right. Well, I guess as great warriors, we have to stand up and fight for our God as we can. I do wish to talk to Mother Sushin about this and about the blessing. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps if I have lost the blessing, there's a reason.
Yes.
We can talk to Mother Sushin.
Which is where I would have been heading, since I saw Mother Sushin talking to the kids when Brata took off towards Brother Tom. My relationship was never really with Brother Tom anyway. Mine was always with Mother Sushin, so I would have headed straight for her, and had a similar conversation, although it would have been about Brata and about Brata being cursed by the hammer and about having to kill her to break the curse and then bring her back to life with the water from the fountain, and and what does all this mean? Those would have been my questions to Mother Sushin.
Yes, and she basically says the same thing. Perhaps if this did occur in the curse of well, the blessing that is bestowed upon all of us that follow Quran has been waning indeed. Perhaps we need to sit this night and discuss this, the couple of us, and your new folks that you have with you,
Professor Matches,
and
Tukes.
Tooks. Yes, we've heard.
I'm
They're
the one which
welcome.
I'm the one which passed that information to him from the
Yes.
urchins of the town.
Yes, we've heard this as well. Some of the folks coming in from the camps, initially we thought that it perhaps was subterfuge from the Order of the Sacred Grove, trying to weaken our belief and shake our resolve. And as such, that is what we are going with forward. That is what we are telling people who inquire about this Malar, that it is a rumor started by the Order of the Sacred Grove to undermine our believers' belief and try to shake our reason for being.
Understood. About this hammer, this Magmullen.
Yes. Do you still have it?
Yes, we do still have it. It is in a secure location. To the best of my knowledge, Brata does not know where it is. And I don't know that Brata would try to pick it up again, but I do kind of worry that she would pick it up again. But I don't think we're done with this hammer either. I think that this hammer does have a purpose. I just don't know what it is.
Yes.
Yes. I
Or
think
for who?
this hammer definitely could be useful, especially if we have to go up against magic wielding mind flayers.
Yes, and that is our fear. The Mind Flayers were a great race here upon this place for a long time. It was rumored one was lost, and
No, it's not a rumor.
trapped.
We know where he's at.
But yes,
Yes, that's probably just a rumor.
apparently there was a group of them that were trapped here and left behind after the last Great War, and she goes through the whole story. Right, that y'all already know all this. They were searching for their commander, if you will, and apparently he was captured, and he is said to have been dissected by his captors.
Well, that sounds delightful.
Yes, doesn't it though? So if they were here, they're probably still searching for him, and maybe the Order of the Sacred Grove knows about that. I know the Githyanki fought hard for all the people of this realm. To see them standing side by side with our forces against the Order is strange, but reassuring.
I feel like we've made a pretty strong argument that the Order is definitely not seeking the balance that they claim to seek,
Yes. What role does it play with the Mind Flayers and the Order, and what exactly do you think their connection is?
Honestly, I think their connection is something. I think their connection is something that's going to benefit the Fae. The Fae are in league with them also. And you know how the Fae are.
The finicky Fae, yes.
Yeah. I feel like the Fae are trying to manipulate both sides to get something. Obviously, Mind Flayers are smart. They're highly intellectual, and and they of course have their own purpose, but there's something going on with the Fae, and I think the Fae are the ones that are actually calling the shots here.
I don't believe so, Bill. And if I may interject,
Of
Yeah.
course.
Please, Matches, please tell me what you think.
well, I believe it was when Tooks and I were. It was mentioned somewhere that the Fae are at war.
Yeah.
All
When
right.
we visit when the princess was taken.
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Oh.
I believe that maybe the Fae are assisting the Illithid in the hopes that the Illithid will help them in whatever war they're fighting. And when we were in front of the Raven Queen, we did see shit.
You saw the mountain.
Yes, there was something else. Damn it. It just like went right away in my head. Billy, you know what I'm talking about, Billy? You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I hate when that happens. Yeah, you did see
We
the.
saw fighting or something down in the valley or something.
Yes,
don't
yes,
remember.
yes. There's something.
happening.
Even the Raven Queen is involved in it.
The Raven Queen, you say?
In this
Interesting.
conflict.
And
Of course,
how
I can't speak for the Raven Queen. I'm just telling you my
Yeah.
observations.
Just the normal collecting our souls.
So, if the Illithid, who are trapped here, and have been for millennia or so, are trying to get home, perhaps they've found their leader, and they see, the Fae have gateways to every plane. Perhaps without the proper ship, the Illithid are trying to use the Fae to get home. That's a very interesting connection that you have made there, Professor Matches. I see why you get the name Professor. It's very, very.
Oh, he's an
interesting.
admiral too.
Oh, an admiral as well. Excellent.
Yes, he's an admiral too. He's even got a big fancy hat with 3 ships.
And let's not forget Snappy Dresserville.
Yes, those shoes are quite shiny.
Oh dear.
Um,
But everything that you've said here, Matches, kind of ties into my theory as well. The Fae kind of are at the center of all of this.
Mhm.
The Fae are very closely in league with the OSG. The Fae are claiming or are being used by the Illithid to portal them home or whatever. I don't think that I think the Fae are playing a much bigger role.
Well, the
than
Fae do
they
like
want us to
play their
believe.
games.
Yes.
I mean, it is entirely possible. But I just think that whoever the Fae are at war with, I guess that would be helpful to know. I don't believe anyone.
Anybody they double crossed.
Well, you know what? That's what I was thinking. From when we were at, and this is player talk. When we were at the Raven Queen, when we saw the vision, what wasn't it also like? Did we? I don't know, maybe just imagine this, but didn't I see like a shadowy visage of a squid-looking thing, or did I completely make that up in my head?
no, what you saw was
I know we saw the mountain.
yeah.
Mhm.
You saw the mountain and the lightning, the black lightning striking across the sky.
Yeah, I remember that.
But what you saw in the shadows was a replay of your lives.
Oh, okay.
So what you may have put into that description may be what you're talking about. It was a replay of your lives and everything that has happened to you.
Do we know if we went to the Raven's Queen's realm or where we went to when we went into that area?
Yes,
there?
you were at the Castle of the Raven Queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were
Well,
in her
could-
space.
I would think this much. They wanted. Hold on. It makes sense to me now. I'm
Okay.
fairly certain now that it is the mind flayers in control, because remember what they wanted from the princess. They wanted McMuffin from the princess. They're not going to use McMuffin because McMuffin would want to kill them. They wanted to get McMuffin out of the picture.
Oh, that's interesting. Destroy the thing, get rid of the thing that could destroy them. So you think they were going to trade it to the Fae?
Oh, I think they were working with the Fae to try to get McMullen.
Good.
The Fae
What
only
was-
wanted a piece of the forge, though.
And I
So
pull
they
out
can
little
forge
rocks.
so they can forge their own weapon to use in their battle.
Yeah, so they could have you. So to power their magic in their realm, they wanted bits of the forge, which aren't that hard to get. I'm holding a bunch of small rocks. Never did
I've-
get a chance to give them to them.
Anything is possible. So I
This
mean,
is true.
we should operate as if both the Fae and the Mind Flayers are our enemy.
I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
I look at Vale.
think
What's
that's a
one,
smart thing to
what's
do.
one thing the Fae and the Mind Flayers would be definitely afraid of? The hammer.
Honestly, they
hammer.
would both be afraid of the hammer.
Yeah, that hammer. Yeah, that's
Yep.
that's what I was saying.
Both of them would be for sure.
So perhaps the Fae were trying to steal a piece of the forge to make it incomplete, so that it could not forge the mighty weapon.
Oh,
Mother Sushin is sharing a little of that knowledge of her own with you. Hearing
That-
everything you've said,
yeah.
perhaps that is the Mind Flayers, the Illithid, were using the Fae to stop the forging of the weapon. The Fae saw it as beneficial to them, so they chose to go along with it, asked for something in return from the Illithid. What would they have asked for in return?
Could
They're not
those
going to do
air-
something for free. This is the Fae.
Right.
Could
right.
those airships been arriving to try to prevent us from forging the hammer?
They could have been.
But they were just late,
I think they could have been. That's a possibility.
and that's the
This is a
connection
lot.
between the two. Again, the Fae is giving information, so they don't have to act here directly. They're
You know,
using
and another. I'm sorry.
they're using the Mind Flayers as their agents or Mind Slayers or whatever they are.
No, I still believe it's the Mind Flayers.
Hmm.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me
It
at
could
all
be
is that they're
both.
both using each other.
Right.
They both think that they're in power, and neither one of them
Right.
are.
And as we're talking, I look at Vale and go, are all the children here orphans? Have they thought about talking with the urchins of the town to see if anybody would like training also? I mean, I'm not against, as long as it's free will.
I mean, everyone inside the walls is part of the order, is part of the orphanage. So
Well, just as a idea to him for the mother, because I guess you guys lost a lot of orphans and members.
yeah.
There's a lot of urchins, basically free children running around, which may or may not accept things with.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they're very
It's true.
independent, so they would want to know all the everything involved.
Very true. Lots of theories here flying
Mhm.
around. Brasha,
Well,
you
before-
are done with Brother Tom. Do you come into this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead.
I would say I want to say this before we forget it and we're gone for 2 weeks. But oh, son of a bitch!
You mean like you just forgot
Like
it?
you just forgot it. Yeah. So I'll give you a second, and we'll come back to it. You'll remember it in a moment. Dwell on it. Brata, you come in, and Mother Sushin gives you a look. As you've kind of been standing there listening to this last theory. You got it? All right, go ahead.
why would the Fae want disorder in the land? We know why the mind flayers would want the disorder in the land.
That's a good question, Magnus.
You see, I don't see the mind flayers would work to cause. I mean, I don't see that the Fae would work to cause the disruption in the balance by causing this war to rekindle. I don't know. I'm sure some Fae would benefit from it, but the Fae in general, especially if they want balance.
But do they really want balance? Do we
Yeah.
know that the Fae want order?
They
I
talk
don't
the same
know-
way as the OSG.
I don't know any Fae personally, but all of the stories that I have heard about the Fae is they're very self-motivated.
Yes,
Mm.
but all in all, they are creatures of nature, are they not?
I wouldn't say they're creatures of nature.
They're creatures of mischief. And
Yeah.
They're from another
But-
plane.
Is
The-
it mischief and disorder along the same lines?
Remember
Uh-huh.
where the Fae were created out of magic itself.
Right.
And magic is chaos.
Uncontrolled.
Hmm.
But the Fae are closely tied to nature.
That-
yes.
yes, they
are.
That they are. That
They
are.
draw their energy and powers from
And if they,
the nature.
I would just imagine that much like druids and things like that, they want that balance to be preserved for the sake of nature.
Well, they
Some-
need it.
And
yes.
what greater disruption to balance of nature are we?
Cursed
If-
beings.
Cursed beings, even uncursed beings, chopping down trees, plowing land, building
And the-
structures.
And then this
Wow.
new person coming into play.
Mhm.
Would that be all part of this also?
Hmm.
I don't know. I still think our money should be on the mind flayers.
I think our money should be on killing all of them.
Yes, that option. Let's kill them all.
This
Yes.
is true, but should we not kill with the most efficiency?
Mm.
I say we kill with reckless abandon.
Oh,
Yes.
Vale, were
Yes.
you gonna discuss our other idea we had for the moon
Which
and
one?
the airship?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, yes. Mother Sushin, I assume Brother Tom has made his way over as well.
Yeah, he's probably there.
Mother Sushin and Brother Tom, it was brought to our attention in a meeting last night with, we'll just say key players, that the Order is developing their own airships. They have an assembly point on the other side of the Great Waters, and it has been suggested that maybe somebody would lead an attack against that, try to claim that in for the best interest or as a property of us. Can you think of any reason why maybe we wouldn't want to do that using our abilities? Would that benefit us?
Would it benefit us? That's a great question, Vale. My advice to you on the matter would be to seek counsel, not just with myself. Perhaps we call upon Karan and ask for
Okay.
his guidance in such a question, for us to do something in his name as such.
Okay.
If there are things going on in the realms above our abilities and powers, then we may do something to upset that or change the course of that in another realm. We don't. So let's ask what the implications would be.
Understood.
But I do pick up what you're laying down. Give us a serious advantage.
Or a new home.
I need to get back to the
After.
children, everyone.
Yes, yes.
And-
What story are you reading them?
Actually, your favorite,
Mm.
The Lost Boy.
You know, is there a library here?
Yes, there is a library. It is in the Van Story Mansion.
Because I'm ashamed to say that I'm woefully uneducated on your god. I think I should probably, if I'm going to work with you, I should probably understand your religion.
Oh, if you want information on our god, then absolutely yes, we have some information.
I pull a pamphlet out of my back,
Yeah,
out of my back pocket,
a
and I
wolf
hand
track.
and I hand it over my shoulder to Matches, and I sit down, cross-legged, waiting for Mother Sushin to start reading the story.
Yes.
I'll be at the library.
And she points to a bookcase inside the temple there. There's some literature there that you can read on Quran. You head over that way and check it out if you want. I think that's a good place to wrap for the week. I think that's a good stopping place. You guys have some great theories about what could be going on. They may or may not be relevant or accurate. I can neither confirm nor deny anything that you have said here. which is dungeon manager speak for I don't know. No, I know exactly what's going on.
Which is dungeon master speak for I know exactly what's going on, and I ain't telling you a fucking thing.
Yep.
It's 3 puppies tonight. 3
puppies.
3 puppies we got
Oh,
tonight.
I forgot to take.
Yeah, you
I was
forgot
keeping-
to
I was
forgot to do
keeping
puppy
track.
count tonight.
I was keeping track. That was 3.
I was running late because
2
of
for
my-
Rick and 1 for Jesse.
Mhm.
Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Another great episode of Welcome Home, as our characters have kicked their theories around as to what's going on. What do you think? Join us in our Discord. Tell us what you think's going on. I won't give spoilers, but tell us what you think might be going on. Tell us where you think we're going. If you can't tell, we're building to something pretty big here in the near future. This is episode 11. Last season had 22 episodes. So if we were to do 22 episodes, we would be halfway through. I don't think we're going to have 22 in season 2. Although it would be 222 for 2022. Interesting. Maybe.
22.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of fun tonight. Thanks, Diamond. Yeah, thanks for being here. As always, our loyal fan, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. Love you, man. Love you much. Tune in Monday night for our great Discord announcement. If you're watching this over on our YouTube channel, you'll make sure you want to join our Discord. Please join the Discord so you can get the major announcement. It's very impactful. And also you can share what you think your theories are in our Discord about what's going on. Tuesday night, Weird Charisma Kills is studio game. That's got some new characters that are going to be made, I think, for that game, because there was a near TPK in that one. That stars Two Wolf and Diamond and Lord Thorn, who's not on this game but is been on the stream in other games with us. So thanks to that. Wednesday night, the Elder Gods please smile upon us so we can play some Delta Green with Impossible Landscapes. We've missed the last 3 weeks and we're jonesing for it. Then next Saturday will be our Horde of the Dragon Queen, and we're going to be wrapping that one up. I think we've got about two more sessions in that one. So getting close. Congratulations to Gina for winning the t-shirt last week on Weird Stream. We saw pictures of that in our Discord. Looks really sharp. Awesome Charisma Kill Studio t-shirt.
That's a mighty fine shirt.
It's a mighty fine shirt. I agree. Anything else? If you're bored and you like woodworking, go check out Rick's woodworking shop. The Weekend Wood Shop. I misspelled that. There it is. I put
Go
him up.
watch RB play with his wood.
Yes, go watch RB play with his wood over on the Weekend Wood Shop. But until next
I wasn't
time,
going to
folks,
say it. I wasn't going to say it.
we're the United Adventure Company. We love you so very, very much. Until
I
next
respect
time,
you too much.
stay out of our dungeons. Good night,
Get
everybody.
the hell out.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night night.